Welcome to week 12 of Shadowguard, a sidetrack story.
Dun, dun, dun.
We are without Yeti today. Seth, as you may also know him, he had some things come up. He already knew it was going to happen, so it's actually a really convenient timing to be doing like a side thing, while he's supposed to be on a quest with us. So, during
Side quest for the win.
during today's little campaign session, Glad will be off assisting somewhere else in the area doing something. We'll maybe have him do a little recap on the next session when he joins us. I guess first things first, Charlie Warren, do you have any announcements?
Let's see, announcements. Not really. I have some cool announcements coming soon. There's a new thing I'm working on that's really, really cool. It's D&D oriented, though it's not a campaign or a game. You may know what I'm talking about. I should have told you guys. I don't want to mention it yet. I'm doing a lot of work on it. But we'll have some new cool D&D video content stuff coming soon that's really interesting. And I'll be starting a new podcast streamed campaign soon with some comedian friends of mine who are stand-up comedians. And that will be a Stars Without Number campaign probably, which is cool. It's my first time running a space RPG, so I'll be excited to do that. That's all my announcements. It's all stuff coming up that I actually don't have dates for yet, but I will very soon.
Cool. Luke, do you happen to have anything?
I have nothing.
And Elle, what have you done the last week? Because I know you went and did something. You're wearing it.
I went to a Cubs game for the first time.
So you're wearing that shiny new Cubs hoodie.
I am.
She's gonna get new fans and new haters all at the same time.
Did you have fun? Did you go out to eat in Wrigleyville or anything? Or
We basically just went from Union Station to Wrigley and then back.
Still.
And it was freezing cold, but it was so much fun.
That's
Damn you, Chicago!
That's standard Chicago.
Yep.
And the Cubs lost, but you know.
There's no
standard
surprise.
Chicago.
Yeah, no surprise
What
there.
they won the next day, but okay.
Man,
Look, I've been being disappointed about this team for literally my entire life. Okay, I'm just used to it at this point.
I just have fun with it because I'm not a Sox or a Cubs fan, even though I'm from Illinois technically nowadays. I have a slight announcement. Finally, I mentioned a little while ago there was gonna be an article on the Monster Hunter Compendium I did, and I got word that we're supposed to see that article come out this Sunday at 6 a.m. On I think it's Venture Game. I have to look up the website, but on our next game or session on Monday, I will definitely post in the chat. So if anybody wants to take a look at it, you're more than welcome, as long as it's nothing bad about me. Otherwise, you guys ain't seeing it. So yeah, I think that's really the only other announcement I have, and I'm still moving. Floors are done. Hopefully we'll actually be moved in the next week or so, and then you'll have a new background. It'll be white and in a basement. So, quick recap from last session. I realized what's going on and why it seems so weird. There's no music going on right now. We need our creepy ambient music as is standard to the setting of this game.
Dark and ominous tones.
That's literally the ones I have. That's all I have.
People live in racket places.
So, on our last, I guess, little kind of a quicker recap on it. Our last session, we saw the group after a couple week break from constant adventuring after dealing with Rexus and some rats. So
Finally got a little R&R.
Yeah, a little bit each. Elle, I actually need to describe what you were doing besides going to the library and speaking with somebody most of the time. Have you shared what you kind of did in your off time with the group, or are you kind of keeping that to yourself? So that was your decision.
Yeah, what did you do?
What did I do? I don't remember.
Well, I'll remind her in a minute. So Elle did stuff. Luke made a tiny hut. What was it, tiny hut?
Oh, it's a tiny person's tiny house.
Right.
It's he's jumping on the tiny house bandwagon, except he's taking it a step further because he's also a tiny person, so
Right.
It's a double tiny house.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a tiny house.
Magnus,
no
you
longer
did
a
some
wagon.
research and you attempted to buy a magical item, which you could not find any that you thought were worth the value of what it was. So
I'm
they
rich, but not that rich yet.
Yes. So after that, the group was sitting in their headquarters in Whiteboro when a knock came at the door. Theron answered, and a stocky dwarf came walking in with the crest of the Red Suns on his armor. He requested your assistance in hunting down a vampire known as an Alp. He offered you, I think you guys came to an agreement of 60-40 or 75-25. I don't really know. You guys came to some number.
Split even. It was the agreement.
It was some weird number. But you kind of did your trip. On the way there, Luke captured a bird. Magnus killed the bird.
Oops.
So in Luke's kind of emotional state, he shot a farmer that was just herding some sheep.
A farmer.
Literally obliterated him and his horse.
I need a statement.
To be fair, he didn't know if it was a farmer, but also, to be fair, he didn't know it was not a farmer.
That's true.
What, am I supposed to assume that everybody sows seeds? Come on.
You know, some people are good people.
Shoot him in the face, yeah.
Yeah, some are good people. I'm just saying.
No, that's not true.
Realize why I don't hear any music, because I'm smart.
Never been it.
So, quick question. We ended up in Ostwald, right?
Ostwald, yeah.
Ostwald.
Ostwald. Ostwald. Ostwald. You ended up there. You guys did a little bit of kind of talking with the group. This is the first time you've ever actually had it described to you. It's like a little mini Whiteboro, basically. Much smaller, much less people. There is a blacksmith and an alchemist shop, a couple inns, and you were attacked by wargs on the way here, which Glad kind of pointed to there being usually they're around orcs, and that's when you started to hear the drums the closer you got to town. Speaking with the townspeople, you found out that there are some orcs in the area, obviously, and Luke convinced the group to stick around for a couple days and see if you can assist.
There was something else besides orcs, wasn't it? Undead as well?
Yes, there has been a rash of skeletons appearing at night.
Fucking skellies.
Yes. They're, one little bit of information you guys got that I probably didn't share with you too much is that they're not very dangerous skeletons. Like if they come close to you, they'll attack, but they're not like chasing people down. They're like, if they run like a building, they'll start attacking the building. They're a nuisance at the moment. So that is one thing to note. Some have come from inside the town, some have come from outside the town. So that is
there an internal
there
cemetery?
There is not a cemetery, but there is a morgue. And after over battles, there could have been people. They've seen a couple like skeletons rise from underground because of past, wars and whatnot before the town was repaired.
Undead climbing out of Granny's rose garden.
Basically. So there's been a few here and there. It hasn't been so bad with them. They've been able to handle them, but with the orc threat at the same time, now they're stretched thin. So commoners, I guess what we're going to do is we're going to reintroduce each character at the start of a session. So I think what we'll do is introduce you guys, and then I'll kind of give you an idea of what's going on in the town a little bit more. So Magnus, why don't you kind of give us a little overview of your character?
Okay, so a couple quick things. If you've never watched the show before or you're just tuning in, the reason the show is called Shadowguard, if you didn't catch on, is because the three of us staff a guild house for a guild that we belong to. We are agents of a vampire hunting and somewhat undead protectorate
Greater
agency.
evils.
Yeah, just evils, but specifically undeads and vampires we don't like. Think creatures of the night. And we're in a guild sworn to defend them. Some of us are here out of interest, others of us out of duty, others out of stubbornness and trying to piss off our parents. But my character specifically, I am Magnus Munch. I am the gnome warlock, wizard necromancer, Jesus. I wear a large top hat. It is a magical top hat. I'm kind of a scraggly looking gnome, black beard and a kind of bugged out eyeball. And I am actually a goodly necromancer. A lot of necromancers are considered to be evil. But I have always been interested. It's more of a scientific pursuit for me. My character is not only very intelligent, but he's into studying religion. He's into studying the dead and the undead and medicine. So he was a mortician in his past life. A very naughty, bad necromancy accident sent me away from my home. And that's where I joined up with the Shadowguard, because I wanted to learn more about vampires, because they may or may not be involved with the reason I got kicked out of my home.
Mm-hmm. Which hopefully sometime in the future we'll find out about.
Maybe
Luke,
not.
you are next.
Well, I'm Luke Warmwater. I am the pudding connoisseur. I am the artificer of the group. I shoot first and ask questions later because I don't assume everyone's out to get me.
That's typically accurate.
Yeah, this sums up my character fairly well.
You have completed 1 of 5 favors to a black-eyed dwarf.
Yeah.
And
1 of 5 mistakes.
yes.
Or favors or mistakes. Yes.
Quick description of what you look like.
Never really put too much thought into what I look like. Just average.
I could have sworn you had some crazy hair.
No, not really.
Okay.
Look like Pip.
Okay. Elle, tell us a little bit about your character.
My character is Elle Clark. She is a rogue human. She is the tallest member of the group.
By far.
Yeah, it's not hard.
She's also the oldest ?
I don't think you're the oldest. I think Magnus is probably the oldest.
Yeah, easy.
By far.
How old is
Easy.
Magnus?
Probably 80, I'm going to assume.
Okay,
70.
so I'm like half that.
But keep in mind, being 80 for a gnome is like being 30. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
like 35.
Maturity-wise, you're the oldest, Elle.
Easy.
Maturity-wise.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I also tend to, carry fight. And that's about all I'm good for.
So, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you just see me walking around like out in pub, not in like towns or anything, but out in the wilderness, I'll be wearing my mask, my rabbit mask thingy.
Oh, that's right.
She does that. And I am a Melwind. I run everybody. We all look awesome. We're all great. These guys are the bad guys. That's how it works. So, it's exactly how it works. It's I am misunderstood evil. That's what it is. Okay. So, it was about midday when you guys decided that you were going to take a break and kind of hang out here for a couple days. Luke gave some weapons to the blacksmith for assistance and kind of arming a few more people up. And then as afternoon starts to turn to dusk is when clouds start to roll in from the east. Technically it's this way.
I think we wanted to talk to the guy before that happened.
Okay, yeah. If you guys want to do anything midday before we get to dusk, be my guest.
I think Magnus wanted to talk.
The town itself is very right. You wanted to talk to what is his name? Aziz Stillwind, the Dragonborn town master.
Ooh, he's Dragonborn. I didn't catch that before.
Yeah, because I didn't tell you. You'll find out in a minute, anyways.
Yeah.
Got it, Dragonborn.
But yeah, in general, the town's like feeling there's a anxiety in the air. Everybody's very frantic, collecting weapons, whatever they can use as a weapon, like pitchforks, a garden hoe, a shovel, whatever they can find as commoners. They are gonna put up a fight and protect their town. That is their goal.
They pretty much expect an orc attack at this point.
Yeah, kind of. The drums are getting louder and louder as the day goes by, closer and closer to town. But Magnus, at some point during this time, you go to. Do you still want to go see the town master?
Oh yeah, and you said there was actually a morgue. I don't know if I can visit as well. Pretty much, if there's a morgue or a mortuary, Magnus wants to go there and talk to the person who works there. It's like he's like a nerd. He wants to talk shop about chopping up bodies.
Okay. So let's go ahead and go with the town master first. Does everybody go with Magnus, or are you going
I suppose I'd go with Magnus.
He would invite both of you definitely to come with.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually have a map. I realized I didn't show you guys last time of kind of what this town looks like on a
Ooh.
wider scale. It is a wooden wall. As I zoom out here, you will see kind of what this town looks like. There is an entrance gate at the north and south part of the town. The mayor's location is the large blue building in the middle of town. And you can kind of see how it's spread. And there's it's almost like large stumps have been formed around the entire town as a border. The orcs, where you're hearing them from, is from like the northeast, as they're coming in from that direction, from almost the river.
Oh wow,
Neat.
Mm-hmm.
I like this town map business.
Yeah, town maps.
So where are we currently standing?
You are currently. Let's go and let me grab your token really fast. Give me a second here, and I will paste it over there.
Is there a "You are here" sign?
Yes, you are now by number 1. Yes, that is you guys. So,
Okay.
yeah, you go up to it. There, there are 2 Greylaws sitting at the front, keeping guard, making sure nothing's, no one comes in to raid or anything like that. I'm assuming you show your insignia to them.
Hold on.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm still getting my bearings on the town here. And,
Sure.
Reading the map. If you don't mind, I actually would like to go to the mortician first.
Sure. I don't have an actual label for him,
Sure,
but
that's fine.
he would be.
Pick one.
I'm gonna ping you guys over here.
Next door.
No, it's not gonna be. Mayor's not gonna have a morgue next door. You are somewhere. It's
Maybe
this one
he's
right
private,
here.
keep
I'm gonna
it
shift you.
slow
Oh wait, I
breathing
shifted you
by.
with the wrong spot. Here, it is right there. It is below the sleeping wench, which is number 6. So it's a small little building there with kind of like the field in the back.
And remind me, we were staying at the Sleeping Wench, actually, weren't we?
Yes, you were. So this is something you might have passed by. Okay, so you go to the morgue, and inside is a half orc, quite old, kind of a white scraggly beard. He has a really horrid burn mark running from their left elbow all the way to their hand. And he kind of just looks at you and just kind of grunts as you enter, goes, and kind of gets back to work as he's working on a body at the moment.
Magnus is gonna walk up to the counter, just like the top of his top hat poking
Mhm.
above the counter.
Same
And I'm gonna walk around the counter and underneath to the backside, like the employee side, if I can.
Okay.
It's open.
It definitely is. He kind of does. It's very open. It's like literally just wooden counter, and then there's
so I
just the
don't-
morgue in the back.
I want to walk to where he's like working on this body and literally like sidle right up to him and be like, oh, here, let me make before I speak to him, glance medicine check.
Okay.
Do I get advantage on telling how things were killed? I think I do, right?
Yes.
Field autopsy, yeah.
So you advantage to see how long they've been dead and the cause of their death. Okay. As you're kind of
I
looking
could roll
at
at
you,
advantage,
you
right?
take a yes, you do. So 11. It's still not. It's pretty obvious with what's going on in the town. It looks to be like they have a few bite marks on their skin. Some of their flesh has been ripped off. How long they've been dead? You probably guess maybe about a day or so. On top of that, you do notice that this half orc is cutting their hand off, at their elbow, it's almost sectioned out, kind of like how you had Raxus Homungulus. He's slowly cutting it up.
So Magnus is gonna sidle right up to him, before he even notices me. I pop up right next to him. I'm looking at this body, scratching my chin, my black beard, and I say,
you saving that arm for something else? It's probably diseased, considering those skeleton bites.
He comes to you. No. Prevent from coming back.
Oh, that's an interesting method. Are you going to burn that?
If they pay, yes. Otherwise, I give like this.
You just bury them like that, huh?
Yes.
Interesting. Well,
Only recently. Skeletons.
how familiar are you with Nurgle? Are you a spiritual man?
Yes. Nurgle. It's a good lord.
Well, I could give you a few bunches of this dried sage. You can do a burial ritual that will do the same thing.
And I pull out like a bundle of the sage.
No need. Ritual already complete.
Magnus is like,
Oh, well, excuse me for butting in. Magnus and Marigold
munch, and he takes, his deep little gnome bow, and his top hat almost flips off.
He
And he
grunts
stands
back.
up, and then I stand up and I say, well,
What was your name, sir?
Bali.
Bali, great to meet you. I, too, am a mortician and a scientist myself, if you hadn't noticed.
What you want?
What can you tell me about, all of the craziness going on? More specifically, the skeletons. I'm not so interested in the orcs. I know how they work.
Sorry. He looks at you kind of like, I'm not sure if I should trust you. He thinks for kind of a second and he goes, why you want no?
I'm gonna flash my little Shadowguard pendant and say,
Look, friend, you can trust me with the information. I'm only trying to help you and your friends.
What I know. Skeletons come back. Zombies. Super very old. Very new. Recently. Last 5 days or so.
The new dead are rising as well.
Yes. This, as he points to the body, come back if I don't take care of it tonight.
Well, that's a little more disconcerting than skeletons, I would say.
Dark magic.
Indeed.
Magnus like tucks his tome like a little further back.
Well, I just wanted to really touch base and make an acquaintance. Any interesting information that you might turn up here? Make sure I see it first.
And then Magnus is gonna slip him 10 gold.
Okay, you slip Bali 10 gold. He looks at you and just kind of grunts and then goes back to his work.
And Magnus like interrupts him one more time by like grabbing the dead arm out of his hand and being like, hey, and like he, looks up, makes eye contact with me again, and I'm like,
I said me first, not the mayor. Understood?
Yes.
Cool.
We good.
Then we have an agreement. Thank you very much, Bali. You have a wonderful day.
and then Magnus is gonna bow the entire way out of the mortuary.
First info he finds. Else, okay. Put a note there. All right. So was the rest of the group with you during that time? Were you guys there with them, or were you
Nope.
kind of off doing your own little thing for the
I
moment?
don't want to go inside that building.
All right. So maybe Elle and Luke, you guys are having a drink at the Sleeping Wench, just
Pudding?
north. Having a little bit of pudding along with it.
Have you learned he doesn't drink? He just puddings.
It's a liquid pudding.
Yeah, it's basically beer, right?
Yeah,
They make-
exactly.
I'm sure they make brandy infused ones, right? For the
Exactly.
fancy holidays.
Mm-hmm. And
Especially-
every day is a holiday for Luke. So,
Every day is a holiday when you're caramel, baby.
yeah. So, Magnus, yeah, you come out, you find Luke and Elle at the Sleeping Wench in the, sitting in the bar. You guys are all kind of together at this point. So, what do you guys do? What do you say? It's silent in the tavern.
I'm at the bar with them now too.
Yes, you kind of like you're there. Like you're like walking in and you see them. This is like right after you.
Oi!
Oh. Hello, any brandy?
No, but there's some, pudding.
I'm okay, thanks.
What's Elle doing?
I was,
Sorry.
I'm just sitting beside Luke as he, patiently waiting for my friend to come back. She has. How did the visit to the mortician go?
Interesting. He's not much of a scientist. A spiritual man, but friendly enough, and I did find some interesting information. So apparently there's more undead around here than just skeletons. He told me that any dead killed in the last 5 days has been risen from its grave within the week, unless he does a full burial rites.
Let me stop you. So you're saying that it's only things that have died within the last 5 days?
He said old bodies as well. I mean, we already knew there were skeletons, but from what I understand, they're fairly harmless. But the new dead rising in the city walls, that spells trouble.
It definitely doesn't sound good.
I'm wondering if there's a practitioner of dark magic here in the city walls.
Oh, if there was one, how did you even find it?
Well, you do know detect magic as a incantation, do you not?
Well, yeah, but that doesn't really help us out there if I don't know what I'm looking for.
You could ride Jericho around and be like an ice cream truck for finding magical goods.
Anybody want some candy or magical items?
Are we going to pretend to be something we're not there? Because everybody kind of already knows who we are there, so...
No, I'm just saying maybe keep an eye out. If you see anything suspicious, don't be afraid to use those magically discerning eyes of yours.
Oh, well, you kind of need to give me a 10-minute head start there. Also, it would have to be a pudding wagon, not a ice cream truck there.
You know what I mean.
Okay. So you go ahead.
It could be a dwarvish custard wagon for all I care.
I just started detecting.
So you start casting detect magic. So Luke, are you planning on going with him to the mayor's house? Or are you going to kind of?
Yes.
Okay, I was trying to figure out if you're going to the mayor's or if you were going to get on the horse and go run around while they're doing it. Okay. So he casts it. It finishes. You look around the inn, Luke, and you don't spy anything magical. Maybe a broom with a very slight glow that you would assume maybe will sweep up the place on its own.
Broom of cleaning plus
Broom
one.
of cleaning, yes. But you don't really spy anything else. At least within the inn itself.
Is anybody looking at the broom?
No, it's just kind of propped up on the side behind the bar.
I'm going to casually take it with me on my way out.
You're going to casually walk behind the bar and take it.
I'm a halfling. I should get advantage.
Roll me a stealth check at disadvantage if you really want to do it, because you're in the middle of daylight, well known, and walking.
I'm in the bar. I'm indoors.
You're casually walking up.
Nonchalantly, I might add.
Yes, which is the stealth part. You're being nonchalant and not noticeable. You're not like I'm stealthing and creeping around. You're blending
I'm hiding in plain sight.
Exactly.
Plain sight. Come on.
A well-known person hiding in plain sight. I'm not going to give you.
How well known am I?
Well, you were the one that said it.
You gave a bunch of weapons and stuff to help out and everything.
I'm gonna walk over and take the broom and.
Okay, so you go to walk over and take the broom.
Looking at it.
Uh-huh. I mean, people kind of look at you and stare at you for a second or two, and then what is he doing?
I do a little sweeping with the broom.
The bartender is busy paying attention to a beautiful woman on the other side of the bar.
Awesome.
Not noticing what's going on.
My way out of the building is kind of sweeping. Just take it with me.
That's how you steal a broom, because no one's gonna complain about you doing cleaning. You know what I mean?
Like, he's going to sweep outside.
Throw it into the wagon and go to the.
You have a broom of cleaning.
Awesome.
You want to add that to your inventory, or add it to the tiny house's inventory?
Can you add it to the tiny house? Sorry.
No, I will not. So okay. Yeah, so Magnus and Elle, you both witnessed him do this, by the way. And he gets up and walks away. And unless you guys are both talking to each other, you'll see him. Oh.
I'm gonna turn to Elle and just be like,
he's getting really weird.
Honestly, I've come to expect weird things from him.
How do you feel about what happened to the farmer the other day? I mean, this is weird, but that was outright bad.
That was a little off from his normal weird.
I wonder if there's something wrong. Well, I got that farmer's family insignia. I do plan to find him and just let him know what happened. Eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what I want to do about Luke. It was outright murder, after all.
Was it? It's justified.
Could always try talking to
Preemptive
him.
strikes.
Yes, I suppose I should talk to him. He is my friend. That would be the right thing to do, but what if he takes it the wrong way? What if he, to me?
Maybe you should offer some pudding first. Distract him a little bit.
That's a good idea. If I talk to him, I'll let you know what I find out, but just know that I am worried. I'm a little scared of him.
I am too, but
And I
he's
hang out with
Luke.
dead people all day.
He's still Luke though, as far as I know. He's still the Luke that we've known and been traveling with. So, I think he's still fine deep down. You just have to
Okay.
figure out what's going on right now.
Okay, well, you let me know if you see anything weird or out of character, or he says anything to you.
Of course.
What
Okay.
a freak. And at this point, he's like sweeping right out the door.
Oh, yeah, that's all.
No, this is like the conversation we're having. Yeah, you sweep out the door. All right, so you all meet up outside. Luke has no broom in his hand, and you all go to the mayor's house. Is there a conversation along the way, or you guys just kind of want to just boom, you're there? It's only like a minute or two walk. Okay.
On the way, I guess Magnus is like,
All right, who wants to do the talking? Luke, you gave the weapons to the armory. You seem to be in the best favor with the town. I think you should speak
Oh,
with him.
no. I only did the favor there. I got the foot there in the door. It's time for someone else, to seal the deal there.
Let me remind you, we're only here because you wanted to do this job. Not that I don't want to help these people. You can hear the drums in the air. Clearly, something bad is about to happen.
Okay. I'll take care of this whole conversation. You chime in whenever you feel it's necessary.
I'll be listening.
Wonderful.
Ask him about, by the way, what we learned from the mortician.
You never actually told us there, so I have no idea.
I did tell you, zombies
You
have been
did.
rising from the ground. Not just the old skeletons, but the new bodies.
Oh yeah, I must have not been paying attention there.
Oh, that's funny because you actually commented on it directly to me.
I kind of forget half the things they say there anyway.
Well, when you say that much, it's impossible to remember all of it, Luke.
Oh yeah, don't you know?
Anyway, after you.
and we trod down the dirt path towards the mayor's house, Burgomeister's house.
You go to Aziz's house. You go to the manor. It's one of the more well-built buildings in the town. It's quite large, blue roof. There are two Greylaws standing in front of it, kind of keeping guard, making sure no one enters without, permission or a valid reason to go in. It's very well made. As you guys walk up to the Greylaws, do you just flash your badge, or what do you guys do?
Hey there, can we have a chit chat with the mayor there for, it's kind of official business.
Let me see that again.
I take it out of my pocket this time and hand it to him.
Looks real. Let me go ask him. He kind of walks away, comes back a couple minutes later. Goes, yeah, he'll see you. He's heard about you. Heard you were giving some assistance.
Oh yeah,
wants to talk to you.
that's kind of what we're here for. We kind of want to go chat with him and see if we can be any more assistant to the town,
Oh, that would be
Magnus wants,
great to hear.
Magnus wants to chime in and say,
He's heard of us, huh? Well,
Yes.
we haven't heard of him, so he does have us at a bit of a disadvantage. Anything you can tell me about this man?
Don't let his appearance distract you. He's not.
What do you
You
mean
don't.
his-
You don't see many of them around. And he kind of goes.
Mini
he
what?
He
Is
kind
he
of
an
looks.
albino?
Kinda
Is he
looks,
an albino?
and he leans forward. He goes. He has a mohawk.
Oh,
Yes.
interesting.
So it's a strange choice of hair, especially for a town official. But nice man, very jovial. I think you get along quite well with him. I think we lost him. I think we lost everybody. What's going on? Oh no, people! We're all dead. Give me a minute. We'll be back in a second. And we are back. Sorry for technical difficulty. We switched over to a different video program. It took me a second to set the webcams up. We're good to go. So, I forgot what was going on. You were talking to the guards, and then the guard they said it would be very jovial for the town master, and then that's kind of where we left off, I believe.
Oh, he said the guy had a mohawk. That was the last thing he said.
Yes.
To which Magnus replies, well, in gnome society, the more outlandish your hairstyle, probably the higher ranking official you are in the local government. It's actually a sign of affluence.
Fascinating.
That's why my beard is quite unscraggly, for gnomes do not care for me. I hold no stature in their society.
So
Magnus.
let's get moving it.
Magnus's like eyeball is popping out, and like fleas are jumping out of his beard. There's like, sticks in there and shit. Anyway,
Magnus needs a bath.
Lead us to Aziz, please.
You can go right in. Just go through go in 2 rooms past. He'll be sitting at his desk. Can't miss him.
Thank you, good
that's
sir.
me. Oh, ignore those. Those don't make a difference. Those are test thingies. So, because you guys are gonna be fighting on this map. So, yeah, you go in, you walk in, and Aziz is sitting at his desk, like jotting down in a notebook. He goes, yes, come in.
And he's a dragonborn.
He's a
Now let me
dragonborn,
ask
yes.
you, in Ofrella, how common is a D-born baby?
Dragonborn is very, very uncommon. This is probably maybe the first or second one you've ever seen, most likely.
Next
least alive.
question. Next question. Are they usually tribal? Do they live in the mountains, like a Forgotten
No,
Realms
They
kind
are
of thing?
very much loners, almost
Okay.
in this world. You don't see them very often.
So I know nothing
Usually
about their
they're-
society.
Correct. Usually their colors kind of determine how they act, in a sense. Same idea as like a red dragon is very fierce, very greedy. Kind of gives you kind of idea. This one himself is I believe, what color did I have him? Can't remember what I had it now. I didn't mark it down because I'm bad at this game.
Just choose one.
Well, I want to make sure I have the proper color for what he is, because he's more of like a gold or a silver dragon. He's a very goodly dragonborn. But I can't remember if gold or anything that actually works properly with that.
Platinum.
It would be, here we go. I got kind of colors. He would be a bronze dragon. That's what he is.
Dope.
So he's like, come in.
Oh, hey there, feller. So it seems you got a bit of trouble there in this town.
Bit of trouble is an
Magnus-
understatement.
Magnus pulls out a notebook and starts drawing right in the middle of the conversation, just dead staring at him.
Kind of
So
gives a quizzical look and
anyway,
goes back to Luke.
I
Sorry.
ignore my fellow comrade here. He's a little special there. Anyway, so what seems to be the absolute trouble there? Because we happen to be coming through and here we can offer some assistance.
Assistance would be great. We supposedly have orcs coming by anytime soon. I don't think they want tea. Additionally, the
Yeah, no.
skeletons.
Magnus lets out a laugh and then keeps drawing. And, like,
This is
smiling
nothing to
all
laugh
good.
about.
Well, yeah, just remember he's kind of special there, so just ignore him.
And then there's the skeletons coming in the last few days. Don't know why. No idea what's going on with it. Kind of an issue. Really hard to sleep.
Oh, I bet So you said orcs and
Focus.
oh, I'm sorry there. Did you say orcs and skeletons there? Did they arrive at the same time?
The orcs have not arrived yet. They are on
Well,
their way.
like they've been
No.
in the area, ahead of time.
No,
Are
the
they
orcs are
correlated?
much more recent.
Oh, so what do you
They-
think is the more underlying issue you need help with there?
Skeletons are easy enough. They are docile. They attack whatever's near them. As long as you avoid them, there's not much to worry about until the Grey Laws take care of them. On the other hand, orcs are a slight bigger problem.
So what
Savage
do you know
beasts.
about fighting orcs? Any advice there?
Stab them in the heart. Usually works.
Yeah. So, do you know where they're camped up anywhere, or are they around the area, or
We don't have scouts or spies or anything like that. We are a simple town with just a guard. I mean, as you can see, we don't have an army. We are preparing for this battle.
Ah, yes. If there's anything we could do to help prepare you for this battle, do let us know there. I think some of my associates might be able to ask a few more questions to.
It's just hurry. I understand you have some questions, and we could use your help.
Magnus immediately pipes in, "Where are you from?" Just like keeps
That
drawing.
does not matter right now.
Something more pertinent to the situation there. My Magnus.
Sorry. Excuse me, I've just never met a
You help
you're
with
very
the village.
interesting.
I will give you an interview.
Oh, it's interesting. Well, excuse me. I would be happy to help. I know you said the orcs are more of a problem, but I've heard talk of fresher corpses rising.
Yes. I'm dealing with it. I'm studying undead. Problem. We'll take care of it.
You realize there's probably a necromancer right here inside the city walls.
I'm sure if there was a necromancer, we would have much bigger problems than zombies and skeletons walking into walls.
Speaking of that, is anything magical in this room?
You kind of take a quick glance around. Give me I mean, you got time during the talk and stuff like that. Yeah, you spy a couple little things here and there, trinkets and whatnot. Nothing that really stands out that's in view.
Okay.
So about these orcs, I've heard their drums all day. Have they attacked the town before?
We haven't seen an orc since I was very young.
Anyone in the town who has seen an orc since then?
It's been a very long time. They don't come around too often.
No hunters or anything from the town would possibly know their location, or?
No, this is not. He goes, "Do you hear the drums? This is not a small little pack of orcs. This is not a horde, but like a small war band. Like this is not a simple like 10, 15 orcs. This is probably somewhere close to, because it's not like just like one drum. It's
Right.
It sounds like thunder.
Didn't you say there's a river nearby?
There is a river, yeah, that goes from Whiteborough to Ostwald, and then heads further south. Now, these orcs are coming from the northeast, which is somewhere along that river, possibly.
But to the north, more to the
Correct,
north.
and it goes out into the wilderness a bit. So they could be out from up there. They could be from a mountain range to the north in a different country. Necessarily the reason as to why they're here, he doesn't know.
Well, to that then, Magnus is going to say,
well, forgive me for saying, I know you're just doing the best you can. I don't mean to question your position or your authority, but this seems like a battle that you've already lost. Does it not?
No, we have our walls. We have our citizens. We will defend it to the end. We cannot let this bastion fall. There are only so many left. And if the orcs want to fight, we'll give them a fight. If you wish to assist, we would greatly appreciate it.
Well, the Shadowguard is always interested in helping where we can, especially against monstrous evils like orcs, but we don't often take missions that we know to fail before we go out on them. Suicide missions aren't really in our wheelhouse.
I'm not asking if you feel the town is going to fall and you must flee, then I ask you just take as many as you can with you. But I also ask that you stay for as long as you can and help us.
Well, I'm worried you're not giving me a clear-minded perspective on what the odds of this actual battle are. Possibly the connections you feel to these people are getting in the way of your good sense.
Okay, so you're trying to convince him to like flee.
I'm trying to.
Vacuum.
I think more so I'm trying to get an insight check to see if he thinks it's a losing battle or not, and he's just lying to himself, I'm trying to get a good read for myself as to whether I should fight in this battle or whether I should just leave it behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want me to do insight. I feel like he might be saying like, oh, like we'll be fine, but he's just fucking saying that because he's the mayor and he has to say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Go ahead and give an insight check. Okay. I think there's a couple things you sense about him. He himself contains or has some type of magical power within him. He is potentially a sorcerer or a wizard or some kind of mage. Maybe he's a cleric. You're not entirely sure, but you kind of get that sense of it. You feel
he's got maybe a rune tattooed on him or something.
He definitely
somewhere.
has that air of confidence that, at least from like speaking to him, that the more you talk to him, the more he's almost convincing you. Like you get that feeling that he is confident they can win, and then they may lose some, but giving up this location is much more dangerous to this country than it is losing some of the people in it.
Okay, is he convincing me out of desperation or out of actual it's valor?
Valor, confidence type of stuff.
Okay.
I think that's kind of what you're getting from him. He definitely believes in what he's saying.
Okay, Magnus is going to pipe up after thinking for a moment and be like, I suppose the Shadowguard will help, but perhaps we should set up a few traps before the battle erupts.
We are way ahead of you. Barricades are being crafted as we speak at both entrances. We have torch lighting across the way of the wall so we can see anything coming in, or at least over. The walls themselves are about 10 feet tall. So nothing can really. There's not a lot of like, I can't think of what the word would be, but basically where you can sit an archer on top of it and shoot. Those don't really exist in it. For the most part, it's used to block anything from trying to get over.
It's just a wooden palisade, more
basically,
so.
Yes. But we have commoners. We have Greylaws assisting them at all points along the wall from the side the orcs will more than likely be coming from. We're well defensed. Is the best we can.
Does the general store have any spare oil?
If that's something you need and you have an idea of, I think so.
Well, it can be an easy thing to drop some oil from a wall, but just an idea. Regardless, I think my companions, I don't want to speak for them, and I kind of turn to the others, but I think we'll stay and fight.
Oh, yeah.
It would be appreciated. I think Luke is having some internet issues.
Yeah, you sound like a slow motion robot.
He
He does.
You sound like Robot Jones. But worse.
Does Zoom work on the phone also?
I am having internet issues.
Zoom I think it has a phone app.
Because maybe we could have him try to join on that, possibly. Otherwise, if Discord's up, which it looks like it is, we could try swapping back to it really fast. Because then he can get on his phone.
Amount of data.
That is a problem.
Bear with us for a second, people at home. Anyway, you were going to agree to battle, yeah, Luke? Just so we can keep moving a little bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was saying yes.
Elf, what do you think? Worth your time or no?
Anything we can do to help, I'm all right with.
I think I see him again.
Yes. Yes, I will agree to said battle. Yes.
Okay. All right. So, as you guys exit out of the mayor's house, that is when the clouds that were coming from the east earlier, you see that first flash of lightning as the rain starts to pour down.
Storm's coming now, Ma.
Storm is coming. So I have some things to read here. Yeah, so the clouds roll in from the east. The town, it's kind of a little overview that we've seen throughout the day. The townsfolk are frantically building up fortifications at the gates. Thunder's starting to begin to cover the sound of these orc drums. It's coming constantly. Lightning's flashing. The torches on the wall are slowly starting to dim down as the water droplets hit them. The Greylaws and all able-bodied men and women of the town are along the wall fence, almost kind of like a line spread across it. At both gates, there are about double the amount of guards. You see probably about 6 guards sitting at each entrance. You see 12 guards. Yeah, 12 guards at both entrances with roughly about 15 to 20 commoners each, with like short bows and weapons that they're ready to fight and prevent them from entering in.
We have archers on the wall?
The wall is like a palisade, like he said. Literally, it's just straight up 10 feet, and there's nothing like to climb up on top to see. There's just the 2 entrances. So they're prepared for the orcs to potentially climb over.
How much time do we have before this happens?
We're somewhere, it's been a couple hours now, so you're getting somewhere close to dusk at this point.
During that time period after we talk about the defense of the town with the mayor, I'd probably build like a ladder or like some sort of thing to sit in a tree.
Okay,
Shoot over the wall.
There are plenty of trees. So we're looking at the wall to the. I've been saying, on the west side, where the orcs are coming from, because they're coming southeast. So you could probably find a tree. I'm gonna kind of ping and drag you over, like over there or so. Climb tall enough with the ladder to see and shoot over, and maybe pick one off as they get closer. You see some, Luke, as you make this ladder. It takes you 20 minutes. Nothing too long. And as you climb up, you kind of get an eye view of what's going on outside over the gate. I think Magnus and Ellie are both under the tree, keeping cover from the rain itself.
Well, there's things that I would like to also set up before any battles, but you go ahead with this first.
Sure, and then we'll, whatever you did is prior to this point. This is almost at the peak of when Luke kind of looks out and across, and it's now almost dark, and the lightning strikes, and you're just seeing silhouettes on the far outreaches of the area.
Can you give us a thunderstorm sound effect?
I can, because I have an entire thunderstorm.
Yeah, can we get dark and ominous tones with the thunderstorm?
Can I?
Yeah, you can play 2 at once on roll 20.
It's not letting me, though.
You can't play 2 playlists at once.
I'm going
to
drag it out.
Click each track individually.
There you go.
Play.
Repeat.
Yeah.
There we go. I had to pull it out of the playlist because it wouldn't play it in the playlist.
This is fucking epic.
Okay. I think I have mine slightly messed up.
So, Aaron, I just want to let this be known.
Yes.
As soon as one comes in my capable field of range I can hit them at, I'm gonna open fire.
Okay. The only reason you're seeing them, they are a solid 600-700 feet out from the walls, just kind of most of them are overlooking on hills, just kind of keeping an eye. So that's what you see, but Magnus wanted to do something prior to this point, so let's find out what Magnus is doing.
Well, I think first, as Luke's setting up this ladder, Magnus is going to approach Luke out in the rainy fields near the wall and say, Luke, I too actually have a quite large ladder and some fairly ranged missile spells. Should I maintain a post as well? We might be able to pick quite a few off.
That's a great idea there. You can come up here and take this other branch there.
Do I need another ladder for that, or?
No, you can just use the ladder that I'm currently, or you have leaned up there.
Well, I was saying possibly we could spread out, or Elle could use one. I don't know. I'm just offering ideas. I don't want to stand down here under a lean-to while you're up there taking shots at bad guys.
Well, then come up here and join me. It's a good experience for all of us there. If you come down, you come up here.
Okay. So, what are you doing, Magnus? You getting your own ladder and pulling it out and climbing the tree? Or a tree off to the side of his?
Yeah, I just don't think I want all of us to be up a tree when a bunch of orcs come in up the same tree. I just feel like that's a bad
Like
idea.
two separate trees, yeah. I mean, there
I don't
are, in a sense of this, if you want a kind of a visual, in front of those trees are like a line of commoners with gray laws, like commanding them and preparing them. So there are fodder in front of you, in a sense.
Yeah,
Definitely get in the way.
I think, man, I don't know. I'm torn. I definitely don't want to just sit here like a schmuck and wait. I think, yeah, I'll go to another tree and I will. I don't really want to waste this patch. It's such a useful patch. But I guess I'll tear the ladder patch off of my patched up robe of many things
Okay.
and pull it off. And it's not just a ladder. It's a, hold on. It's a super fucking long ladder. Where is it? Why can't I find it? Rowboat, wooden ladder, 24 feet.
Okay, so yeah, you have Luke's ladder, which gets him up to like the first couple branches, and then you like go up most of the tree.
I'm tempted to make a small person joke at him as I climb past, but I don't.
Thinking better of it, yes.
I'm gonna climb my tree without the ladder as well, or pull it up, or make it work.
Okay, you climb up further into the tree.
I can see over the thing.
Yeah, you can both see over a little ways. If they get up close to the fence, you're neither gonna be able to hit them. But like once they get to the road, it's kind of where you won't be able to hit them. Elle, what do you do?
So they're in the same tree?
They're trees next to each other.
Okay.
I mean, I think to give you guys an idea, as Madness, you'll probably be relayed this, L, but Madness says, Luke, as you're up there, you're seeing the flashes of lightning, and you're seeing these silhouettes of orcs, and they expand across at least midway from the north to south part of the town on the west side, and goes almost all the way up towards the north gate. It's kind of what you see as a row of like this orc like horde or war band. And
that's a lot of orcs there.
Just constantly going, just preparing, rallying up. You hear the random roars and grunts of the group. So,
do orcs retreat ever? I don't know.
I mean, why don't you give me a nature check?
Are they nature?
It's more of like the nature of the orc I'm kind of going with in this one than anything. You are not sure. You kind of go with all the standard theories of if we kill enough of them, they'll run away, or if we cut off the leader's head, they'll all flee. You know, cut off the head of the snake thing. Any like analogy you can think of any war at any point in time to cause people to flee is what kind of comes to your head.
Do they look like they're coming closer?
As it stands, they are just standing on like top of the hill with lightning flashing behind them, just staring, rain pouring down.
Are they within 500 feet yet?
They have not. No, they've been sitting at that 700 feet or so, and they seem to be waiting for something.
So the wall is all like logs?
Yeah, basically how the wall looks is basically kind of how it is.
Okay.
Are they sharp at the top?
Yeah.
You bet your sweet ass they're sharp.
Sharpest.
Okay, so about 15 minutes before this, on our way out to the wall, I don't know. I guess Magnus wants to talk to the other two first.
Okay.
And say,
Look, in case things go bad for the town, we need a plan B, or at least a last-ditch effort. I was thinking we could rig a building that has a balcony, possibly much like the inn we've been staying at. I'm assuming the tavern has a balcony. God. Yeah. We
Yeah,
could
we have a
rig
balcony. Yeah.
we could rig up some of your oil flasks up there. And I could use my unseen servant to light them with a torch and kick them off as we run inside or run through the building. As kind of an escape plan. But what building?
You know, that sounds like a decent idea there. But maybe there's a different approach. You know those work bodies. We could kind of like get them out and wear them and just kind of flee the town and hope they don't notice.
That's an interesting idea.
Things don't go bad.
Let me check my spells.
Oh.
I do have one other trick up my sleeve, just so you know.
Well, then I guess you're gonna make yourself look like an orc there.
No, not that. Just in case I need to get over the wall quickly, it shouldn't be a problem for me.
You know what? They have a well. We could just hide down that well.
I could also traverse a well quite easily.
So is that a no on me carving up those wargs there?
You know what? Magnus is going to say, in fact, just in case, this is before all the ladder business, too.
Yes.
I want to take half an hour and cast Spider Climb 3 times.
As a ritual?
Oh, I can only do it once, only on one person. It's concentration. I'm going to do it on Elle because she doesn't have a ladder.
Okay. So, Elle, you are able to climb up vertical surfaces, like be upside down, as if you're normally walking. So, like a tree, you can literally just walk up the side of a tree.
Hands free. You can still have your weapons out and everything.
Yep. You can walk up the wall and then shoot over the wall. And stuff like that. That's what you have.
I think Magnus would explain that.
You can climb as if you were a spider and use weapons from great heights. Perhaps, as we're
Now outside with the ladders.
perhaps I'll take my outpost in the tree and Luke and his, and you might climb up the wall to scope a better view.
I quite like this plan.
Me too. And if you need to get away, you can always pretty much climb anything.
Okay. I like it. So
I want to say, if we can, I do want to choose the inn. I'm assuming is empty at this point because everyone's out to defend themselves or hiding.
for the most part, yeah.
I want to set up. Can I set up Molotovs with liquor from the inn, or do I have to get oil from Luke?
Molotov.
I don't have oil in my inventory, so maybe not.
I use it to the general store potentially also. So
Wait, I can go through the. I'm gonna make a whole bunch of Molotovs. Is that what we're gonna do? I'm gonna make a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, I want 3 Molotovs. If you
could cook me up 3 of your delightful little fire bombs.
I will give you. Yeah, you can try making 3 of them. It's an alchemy check. I believe it's a TC.
I mean, they only
15.
take rags and bottles.
Right. I think it was just a simple. I think it was a 15 or a 10. Give me a second to look it up.
Probably a 10. They're
a
really...
10 cents, yeah.
10's fine. No, that's fine. I'm not gonna look it up that much.
Well, I mean, you can buy the item oil and use it pretty much as a Molotov.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or at least pour it out on something.
Yeah.
I just want to take all the stuff at the end,
And so you grab 3 bottles of booze, the low end, the bottom shelf, and
the good stuff burns longer.
Yeah, actually, even that, I would rather just get some lantern oil and fill up buckets. I'm fine with that. I want to fill up 3 large buckets if I can scrounge buckets up at the inn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they have some cleaning supplies around, like buckets and so forth.
They had a broom at one point.
Yeah, well, not anymore. Magnus is going to fill up 3 large buckets of oil, right? And I'm going to line them up across the balcony. And then he's going to start drawing an arcane circle on the floor in front of the middle one and chanting to himself for about 10 minutes. And he's going to cast Unseen Servant. And as soon as he does, I'm going to give it a torch and whisper to it. When I give the signal, light these buckets and push them over the balcony.
Can you have 2 concentration spells going on at the same time?
Unseen Servant's not concentration, is it?
I don't believe it is.
It's not. No.
Okay.
It's a ritual, but it's not concentration.
Gotcha.
So that's what I do. I cast Unseen Servant. I give him a torch, and I'm assuming there's lit torches on the wall or somewhere he can light it off.
Yeah, there's a torch on the inside that he could light, because on the outside the torches are slowly dimming from the rain.
Keep in mind, this is for the inside. So my plan here is
Yes.
actually run through the front door of the tavern, orcs behind me, fiery oil comes down, and then run out the backside of the tavern and continue on my way.
Can you ping where the thing is?
The tavern?
Tavern is
We've been staying at the Sleeping Chalice or the Sleeping Wench.
the Wench, which is in the middle of town.
Right in the middle of town.
It is quite a. It's a 6.
This only works 60 feet.
Because you're right there.
It says
What's
task that would have it more than 60 feet away. Causes the spell to end.
What?
For unseen servant.
Yeah, the signal is if I come through the door. So I'll be within 60 feet of it. It can literally just follow me around until then.
Yeah, basically it'll run up there really
60 feet
fast.
away.
And do
So
it.
you can stay there. Oh, okay.
I get it.
Gotcha.
The thing is, he can stay behind and get burned up. I can't, you know what I mean? Which is fine.
Okay.
So we run in, he runs up the stairs to the fire. I run out the back door. So there's my unseen servant is just following me right now, I guess. I don't have to command it until I get to the thing.
Okay. So an orc can run. I figure something out here for how many shots you guys will get on these things. Well, actually, you guys only have dark vision out to 60 feet.
Oh, I can just shoot blindly in the area. It shouldn't be an issue.
Yes, you can shoot blindly. That is
If
not.
they're all
a
grouped
problem.
together, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna hit something.
Even if I'm not able to cast a spell, I'm happy to have an eye over the wall.
Yeah. Once they get close enough, you will get maybe like a shot or two, and before they actually get too far under.
Cast, oh, that's a genius idea there. Hey, Magnus, you should cast kind of a light here on this bolt, and I'll shoot it out there so we can get some vision down the way,
Smart thinking.
We're actually in separate trees.
I'd say before we get up the tree.
Well, I can just order my unseen servant to transport arrows back and forth too. So he climbs your ladder and brings, your quiver to me, to which I cast light on, and then he brings it back.
Okay.
So I'm just going to be littering the field with some arrows so we get some vision.
Okay, I like it. So the vision in front of you will now be, they'll have little itty bitty bits of light. Light is 40/20. You can only have light on one thing, can't you?
Only one, yeah. I said the quiver.
Full of arrows.
But
no, that means the quiver's glowing, not the arrow tips.
Yeah, just one
Oh,
arrow.
they're all bundled together,
But
and
you can still get
they
one.
spread like a scatter shot.
Each one is individual, so you can.
How about this? I
one of the
kept
arrows.
I kept 5 arrows out of the quiver. If the first one doesn't work, I'll just cast light on another one and send my unseen servant back to you with
That's
it.
fine. So you have one lit right now, and you just shoot it out there.
Yes,
Okay, I will put a little spot out in front of you guys.
I will. For the sake of doing it for ammo.
Okay. It's at 40/20. There's no ill effect because it is not a problem. All right. So, you guys have your plan. You're prepared. You're sitting there. Elle, I just need to know where you're kind of at before I kind of start describing things.
They're in like these two.
They're in 2 trees. Yes, I have trees on the map that'll be much smaller than those ones, but yeah, they're in 2 trees, very close together with each other. In front of them is I just realized I have this on the wrong side of the freaking road. Professional stream. So,
I'm in that tree.
yeah. So no, I realize it. Sorry, I made a boo boo here really fast. Gotta fix. Okay. Yeah, they are there, and then in front of them is a couple Greylaws and a bunch of commoners, prepared to fight.
Then I guess I can just like chill on the side of the wall while I'm waiting.
Okay.
And then I can just be like.
Okay, the only spot you're gonna be able to really see, since you are human and you do not have dark vision, is the spot where Luke shot.
Okay.
And the little bit of dim light that is occurring right now on the walls. So, let's do this.
A good, hour and 10 minutes of battle.
I have to be more than that. The rain pours down, as the thunders and lightning stop. For just a brief second, you have that like pounding in your heart, where everything just goes quiet. You're not sure if it's pounding because of fear, sadness for the lives that are going to be lost today, or
It's not that, I'll assure you.
Or
Definitely not.
okay, or it's potentially from the thrill of the battle that is to come.
That's it.
That is the other possibility.
Sure.
As that comment, lightning strikes, as drums begin to beat. With a loud roar, the first wave of the horde comes charging forward.
Did they enter my range?
Yes, give me a second. You can only see so far. So you see, as the lightning like flashes, you see like the silhouettes moving, and it's kind of like strobe light, but less quickly. You see a flash. They get closer. Another flash closer. Eventually, they start coming into where your light is at, about 150 feet out. Where Magnus, you, L, and Luke, you all see these creatures. And I'm assuming you all take a shot in some way or shape or form, if you can do it at least 120 feet or 150 feet.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta be 150 feet?
So they're at 150 feet right now. So as they get closer, like at the end of the light, it'll be in range for like you if you have 120 feet.
Okay, cool. Oh, what 120 footer should I use?
So
Ray of Frost.
That's 60, but
Luke, your range is 80
good
on
idea.
your crossbow. L, yours is 150, which you can see these, so you can take one shot.
Do we just roll
Yes.
our thing?
Go ahead, and, go ahead and roll, Luke.
yes, I rolled crit damage.
Nice.
Boom.
All right, and then L. All right, so the first they just, and it's not like there are 4 or 5 orcs coming in smaller groups. It is a line of orcs charging towards this wall. Some you see, Luke, as you look to your right, are coming around towards the gate entrance to the north. The archers, the commoners with their short bows, are aiming just into the sky and just letting loose, trying to pick off as many as they can while they can't see them, and just hopes to take some of them out before they reach the wall. Luke, L, and Menace, you all hit an orc, and they pause for a second as they get hit, and then they just keep charging forward.
Reload.
All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to roll initiative here. I want to see how far away they are from you right now, because I actually have your map here. Okay, so they're somewhere about right here. Let me swap you guys over a screen. Battle map time. This is what you see. I'm surprised you guys don't see that light for some reason. You should have a light on the other side that should appear. I don't know why it's not.
You're robot jonesing again.
Has sight, this should not matter. Does that fix it? I hate trying to get light to work in this thing sometimes.
Where's my light?
Trying to get you to a light. I hate when dynamic lighting doesn't work. So, I'm just going to have to get rid of this entire line here and see if that fixes it.
I can't see
There
anything
we
right
go.
now.
Oh, it works.
You cannot manage. You have dark vision, so you should be able to see.
Yep. I'd say if you set our default tokens up to have the vision, you can just drag the token. It should start
I
working.
do. You should have vision.
There we go.
That was weird that you didn't have it before. And Elle obviously can't see except for what is on the map right now. That is in her vision, which are the lights along the wood. And you're at the top of this, and you see just off in the distance orcs, which I need to actually put at the proper length, which is right there. So these orcs are roughly right about here. As 3 of them are hit. There are other orcs on both sides of them charging forward that other commoners and Greylaws are taking. We're going to switch it up from our little creepy ambience and get some battle music going. So I'm going to pick one of these, and we're just going to play that the entire time.
We're all long rested too, everybody. So. By the way, if you guys don't know this, the other two players in this game, we're using the spell slot tracking and ammo tracking. If you use ! long rest, I believe, you can set up a macro for it too. It will actually automatically restore the proper amount of hit dice for your level. It will refill your hit points, and it will restore all your spell slots, which is good to know. I have mine set up as a macro.
I'm rolling for my orcs. You guys would please roll initiative.
Oh, yeah. Boo.
Alright, orcs are a 9. Magnus is a 6. I need to minus some HP off these suckers. As all 3 of you hit. Okay, I'm missing Luke.
Oh. Sorry. Space now.
14, alright. So you get your first shot off as they come into view before they can leave the light. Elle, you are up first.
Can I tell which ones took damage?
They are the 3 to the north.
Okay. So, like this one? Question
Okay.
mark?
Yeah, that one, the far back in the middle, yes.
Okay. I'll shoot that one again.
Okay. A 12. So, as you shoot and release, the arrow flies and goes right over as it ducks and just and continues to charge forward. Do you anything you want to do with your bonus action?
How fast are they moving? Can we tell?
They are moving very quickly. I don't think you've seen anything move this fast.
They do still have to climb, though, when they get to you.
They do. And it's a 10-foot tall.
Ooh, when they're climbing, you can cut down, too.
That's true. You'd be way stronger with attacks versus them while they're climbing than they would be versus you.
Yeah, I'll just chill here for now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Luke. Same thing. You're able to reload quick enough.
Luke takes a deep breath, exhales, chants to himself about making the perfect shot.
Okay, which one were you aiming for?
Anyone I can see.
I need you to declare which one you're aiming for.
So, this one?
Okay. Alright, so yeah, you shoot, it blows, you watch as his arm just gets torn to shreds as the flames from your cannon, I guess it's the lightning from your cannon, dissipates. His arm is bloodied and mangled, but still just barely usable.
Gonna reload.
Okay. As you reload, it is now the orcs' turn. Magnus, before you're able to conjure up, countering another spell, these orcs come charging forward, out of view, as they run 90 feet forward using their bonus action. So those are all go 80. I can move these ones 10 feet forward. They get to the wall, at least a couple of them do. As yes, they kind of come into view. Now, everything on that side of the wall, even though you guys can see right now, the only person who can see them is Elle. Because she's on the top of them looking down. As Elle, you watch as they reach for their sides for grappling hooks. As their turn ends. Magnus, you are up.
I don't have any orcs in range this turn, right?
Correct. Yeah, everything's hidden behind a 10-foot wall at the moment.
So I should have done this before. I don't know why I didn't. It would have been so much more helpful last turn, but I'm going to do it now anyway. Magnus rips another patch off of his robe. This time it's a bullseye lantern. It's like whoosh, and just like swinging in his hand after he rips it off. I give it to my unseen servant and I say, "Climb down that ladder
and you follow around Elle with this and point it whenever she tells you.
Okay. So what is it? It's just a lantern that gives off.
Well, so you can close the hood and you can actually point it in a 120-foot cone if you want, or you can have it do 60-30 in your immediate area, 60 dim, 30, which that's how I have it set right now. So it does 60 dim and 30 bright.
Okay, this one is it says a 6-foot cone, bright light, and then 60 foot for another dim. Okay,
Yeah.
wow.
Which would have been awesome last turn because Elle could have just had like a beam of light
Yes.
shooting out into the field. But it's still good to have it follow her around so she doesn't have any kind of disadvantage or
I'm
anything.
going to give you a little. Let's see if I can find a token for it.
A lantern token, yay!
It's gonna be. Man, these are horrible tokens. I'm gonna give you this. It's an actual lantern post. Give me a second here. 120, 60, all players see the light. Everybody see that?
It's actually, I think when it's not pointed in a cone, it's 30,
Oh, right,
60.
yes. It's a cone. It's supposed to be, right?
Well, you have your choice, I believe.
Gotcha. Well, we'll leave it 60, 30 for the moment. And when it turns to a cone, I'll shift it around.
Yeah, if Elle wants it. So I told the thing to point it wherever she says. So if she wants it pointed in a cone, she can say so. And my unseen servant's movement is...
There you go, Magnus. You have access. You control it now.
Cool. Let me see what my servant's movement is really quick. I think it's 30, but I'm not sure.
Right. You were 24 feet up. So technically, I would say you probably got to like he got like down here, and he can't dash because unseen servant doesn't have a bonus action to dash or
He
an
can
action.
move 15 feet and interact with an object, so he's probably just barely making it to the bottom of the
Yeah,
ladder.
so he's like there. For
That's
at the
fine.
moment. But what you can do for L is 60. I don't know how to make a cone. 30-foot cone. I'm just gonna turn it.
There we go. That's a good call.
Boom. So L, you can't see anything. This doesn't give you anything over, but it does give you shining light for anything that's coming up, climbing over the fence.
Magnus got a flashlight.
That's literally a flashlight.
So I ripped the patch off. That's an action. As a bonus action, is it a touch spell? It's sure enough is. I guess I'm just gonna cast Dragon's Breath on myself just to be safe.
Okay, cast it.
Oh wait. Is that concentration?
It is.
It is. I'm not gonna cast
Okay.
it then. I'm gonna end my turn there instead.
Okay. Your turn ends. Did you want to ready an action?
Yeah, you know what? That's a good call. Already another chill touch if I see one coming within 120-foot range.
Oh yeah. So it's like if someone comes climbing over, you'd be able to take a shot at it.
Yeah, totally. First
Alright.
one I see, in fact.
Okay. L, it is your turn. The orc's at the bottom of the wall, right up next to you.
How far
10
from me?
feet down.
Ah.
Like they're literally like there's a 3-foot stump that you're looking over right now, and they're at the bottom of it on the other side of the wall.
So I suppose I could just like walk onto the other side right above them and.
Yeah, you could just stand up and just shoot straight down if you wanted to.
If they're throwing grappling
They
hooks,
have their grappling hooks, yeah, in hand at the moment.
you should slash those motherfuckers' hooks when they throw them.
Which you'd have to ready your action for.
But I have the spider.
Wait, how tall are the walls?
10 feet.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So if you're at the top of
10
the
feet,
wall
right, Aaron? Walls
and
10 feet?
and they throw those
Can't you
grappling
just
hooks
climb
up,
the wall?
She's on top
Climb
of the wall.
down, hit him, like use her bonus action and go back to where she originally began.
Yeah,
What?
technically. I get what you're saying. He's saying bonus action to like disengage or go back up and around. So she could drop
That's
down,
kind
attack,
of what
and
I was
run.
asking. If I could go on the other side of the wall
Yeah.
and like stand on it and.
you you
Possible.
could climb over and attack and retreat all in one turn probably.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I want to do. So
So,
there's one like right in front of me, kinda.
yeah, so what does it look like?
I just casually walk from one side of the wall over.
Charging up, pulling the sword out as you're running down.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make your melee attack.
That's some Attack on Titan shit, like running down a wall with a giant sword. It's awesome.
A 13 hits. As the one in front of you
Yes.
strike and you slice across, blood gushes everywhere. He does not die.
Oh Oh boy. Then can I disengage?
You can
and go
bonus
back
action
over?
to disengage, yeah.
Okay. I disengage and I go back over
You're 10 feet
basically to
up.
where I was.
You basically you're at 10 feet at the top, you drop down 5 feet, swing, disengage, go back up 5 feet, so you have another 20 feet of movement at the top of the wall.
Dude, running the wall. It's like,
I guess I'll just stay here for now and wait for them to come over.
You should stay at the top.
Or maybe like on the opposite side of the wall, like how I was, but just on the opposite side.
Okay. And that is what you do? Okay. Go ahead. Luke, you're up.
can I see any of
You
them
cannot
or
see
no?
anything yet, no. They're all hidden right now at the moment.
So none of them are in view.
No. They're all behind the wall at the moment.
I will ready in action to shoot the first one I see poking its head over the wall.
Okay. It is now their turn, and you watch as I'm gonna do the first two. They use their action to throw I can't think what it's called now for some weird reason.
Grappling hook.
Grappling hook. I could not think of it off the top of my head for some reason. I said it like 3 times already. Throws grappling hook as it like lodges in, and they start to climb up. So Magnus and Luke, you kind of see them both come up at the exact same time. As you Magnus get the one on the south, and Luke get the one on the north. If you guys both make your attacks.
Yes.
Magnus, you hit 3. Okay. Luke, the one that comes over, you just see its head. You destroy and disintegrate part of the spikes on the wooden wall as the orc's head is just missing. As the body just falls to the ground, just with a thud.
That thunder gun's mean, bro.
Oh, you hoser! Is that you?
Yeah.
Loudly.
So this one, it climbs up and over, and you guys see down the line, at least as far as you can see, other orcs trying to climb up and over as the commoners and guards are attempting to fight them off. This one makes it over. The one that you hit, Magnus, is slowed for a brief second and then continues to climb up, and then he leaps down. I have to actually roll for the commoners and the guard. I'll do that in a second. He cannot use an action, so he stands. He lands, drops, and does he fall prone? He does. He falls, and he falls prone as he lands.
Yes, he's gonna die next turn.
Okay. These other orcs grab the zip line that the one threw off and moves 5, 10, 20, 25, and then he's going to use his bonus action to drop down. 35. So this is 35 right here. And he runs up to here. He lands, actually, he also falls prone. But then he gets back up with his movement. No, that ends his turn. That's it. So he's prone. This guy climbs up. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. He gets to the top, jumps to the side of the guy. Crits, he lands, and he charges forward an extra 30 feet and reaches this commoner. And I'm going to roll for the commoner's initiative because I failed. I apologize, everybody. 11, and the guard. Okay, that was convenient. Alright, so he moves up that way. There is one other orc left. He gets to here, and he gets to there. Let's go ahead and roll to make sure. He does not. He gets to here. So, the orcs charge forward, throw their zip lines up, and then draw 3 of them fall prone as they leap off, and then just the bloodlust they have. One lands and starts running towards one of the commoners, gets right in front of it, get ready to slash it with a great axe. And the other one reaches his head above and gets blown off by Luke. And that is their turn. Magnus, you are up.
Man, I feel like I should probably get out of the tree at this point. I guess I could. The thing is, oh wait, was spider climb concentration?
It is.
It was, yeah. So if I lose if I cast it on myself,
L falls.
falls off the wall.
That's
Like
nice.
5 feet.
I have a
Tree's the
ladder.
safest place for this. Yes.
Magnus is going to use his movement to climb back down the ladder to the base of the tree and jump down onto the ground, like right next to the trunk of the tree under the canopy.
Yeah.
And he is going to start speaking an incantation and cast the one that I hit with the chill touch.
Okay.
Magnus reaches out and summons the purple
Alright.
flames that start licking around him with the necrotic
Nice.
shroud.
A
Yes,
14.
9 damage.
It's a wisdom. Ugh. Yes. As he's knocked prone right next to L, we watch as the little necrotic flames surround him, and he just and they just burst and flash or move away and dissipate. Takes no damage.
Motherfucker. All right, so I'm at the base of a tree, and that's my turn.
L, you are up. The orc in front of you is starting to stand back up at this point, or attempting to.
Since he's prone, shouldn't she get
He is prone.
automatic advantage?
She does. If she attacks him.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing my big pokey stick.
Okay. 19. So you hit for a 17, dealing 19 damage with a sneak attack because of your swashbuckler. I think you're swashbuckler. And you just lop its head off as he's trying to get back up. Luke.
Wait, can I get off the wall?
You can keep going. Yes, sorry. I apologize. I kind of went a little ahead of myself there. You
I wanna get off the
What
wall.
else do you do? So you spend 5 feet to get down, and then you have an extra 25 feet of movement. Plus your bonus action. Okay? So you come charging up past behind the other orc that's getting ready to murder the commoner.
But I can't really do anything, so...
Right, your sword's out as you run forward, and then we'll wait until next turn to find out what happens.
I'm gonna blast this thing's head off before it hurts that commoner.
Okay?
It made me mad. So I ready my shot.
9, you shoot. You see L coming behind him, and you're like, "Oh shit!" You change your trajectory, and you miss the orc because of it. All right, what do you do, Luke?
I reload.
Okay.
I wonder if the tree is really the best place to be. As I stay in the tree and then my turn.
It is the guard's turn. He sees commoner in danger. The Grey Law runs forward. 15, 20. And he is going to attack with a spear. He crits.
Okay. Yeah, good job, buddy.
Okay, so it's the first one because he did it with one hand. So he does 10 damage to
23.
the
It's a crit.
arc. Yes,
Right?
it does
Yeah,
the 10. But
10,
the second part of it is if he two-handed it. So yeah, he stabs into the orc and just wrenches it, just like, no! The orc cries out in pain, turns his attention towards the guard. The commoner right in front of him swings a, I have it labeled as, I think it's farm tools is what I have it labeled as, but swings a pitchfork at the orc.
Wouldn't you thrust a pitchfork?
It thrusts a pitchfork at the orc.
Obviously,
And
its
it just,
technique was
it
bad
stabs, it
because,
hits,
you know-
and it just bends.
I would say, well, you would thrust a pitchfork if you were a warrior. If you're a stupid farmer, you swing it, and then you break your pitchfork.
Yeah, pitchfork, and it just cracks. And the commoner, I'm gonna roll a wisdom saving throw and see if it runs away or not. No. Still holds strong, pulls out the bow and is prepared to shoot it at point blank range. The other 3 see the other 2 orcs and take shots at them, even though they're at disadvantage. 1, 7,
When the orcs be
a
prone?
14, and a 3. A prone creature, range attack has disadvantage against a prone creature.
Oh.
Yes. So 1 hits, the middle archer hits the one that's prone for 14, and it deals 4 damage to it as it pierces into like right at its shoulder and neck. It's still up, it's prone, but he's not dead yet. They seem quite exhausted from their run. And now it is their turn. So the one orc turns his attention towards the guard, the Greylaw, and takes his great axe and just swings it down at him.
That's fine. You can kill him.
And he just and swings, and that's the same time when L comes around, I'm assuming, because he misses with a 6. The other two take half their movement to get back up. And they charge forward. And 15. This one's pissed off at the one that attacked it, and they both, same thing, take their great axes and swing at each commoner. First one's 23. Second one is a 14. The commoner has 10 AC. So first attack on the top one, 11 slashing. Second one, 5.
Good night.
Both commoners get split in half and die.
Oh, they're squishy as fuck.
You know, they just swing through and they both go down. And then this one sees you in the tree, Luke, and uses his bonus action to move another 30 feet towards you.
I wish I knew reanimate dead.
This one
reanimate.
turns attention over to L. Okay, as its bonus action ends, it is now your turn, Magnus.
All right. So Magnus is going to. So those two commoners are dead, right?
They are dead. Yes.
Let's see. Magnus is going to use Chromatic Orb against this guy.
Okay.
And I get to choose the damage type, I believe.
You miss.
Well, motherfucker.
So you choose nothing, sir. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn, though?
Let me check. No, that's it for me.
Okay. At the top of the round before L, your turn goes.
Can you mark those two commoners with X's for me?
They are marked.
Oh, I don't see it.
Oh, they're in the dark vision. That's why you can't see them.
Wait, these ones?
No,
Those are still alive.
these ones.
Okay. I can move the torch, actually. I forgot.
All right.
So those two next to the Greylaw are alive
They're
still,
still
yeah?
alive. Yeah, they're still holding on. But as you mentioned, you throw the chromatic orb out, and looking around, lightning strikes, and you look all over the battlefield along the whole way, and there are plenty of dead orcs and commoners. The townfolk at the moment seem to be losing, but the numbers they have versus the amount of orcs at the moment seems like they may come out in the end, at least in this battle. Elle, it is your turn.
Can I tell which one's looking weaker of the two?
They
beside
both
me?
looked really fucked up.
Okay. I guess the one to, like, my right.
Right, towards the commoner?
Yeah.
Cool.
I will bonk him with my greatsword.
Okay.
You bonk him good.
You bonk him good. Yeah, this is kind of what we saw. We saw you running and you just swing through. The farmers, it seemed like swinging, and it cracks their pitchfork as you just slice its head off, and then the commoner is just covered in blood. Just, thanks. And then there's the other orcs coming up behind you at the same point. Al, getting ready to make an attack. You still have your movement and bonus action.
I'm just gonna sidestep.
Okay. You just sidestep and that's all you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Luke, you are
So
up.
I have a question.
Yes.
If the orc starts climbing the tree and I choose to take an attack action when it's climbing, do I get advantage automatically?
You can't really
No.
dodge.
I mean,
It's a straight
he could make a
shot
leap
now.
for it, I guess. I guess. You know, it's okay. I can understand why, because he's going to be climbing straight up at you, so...
Like,
He's
would
not,
I get
you're right.
advantage for doing
You get
that?
advantage if he starts climbing up the ladder, yeah.
I'm going to ready an action and shoot him when he starts to climb the tree.
Okay.
And I'm going to say during my turn, "Oh, there's an orc coming up my tree, Magnus."
Okay.
And then I have my turn.
It is the guard's turn. The Greylaw charges forward at the one on UL in your defense. Takes his spear and swings, and the orc just bats it away. Greylaw's arm almost breaks from the impact.
God, did I know to use a thrusting motion?
And it ends his turn. The two commoners are up. One's like, "Duck, milady," and they use their short bows to shoot at the orc. First shot, second shot. Both shoot and they just skyrocket over. They're not used to these weapons. They both miss. It is now the orc's turn. Seeing what you've done, Elle, it is furious, and it takes a swing at you, ignoring the Greylaw completely. 22 hits you, Elle, as you take 13 slashing damage as it cuts across your waist.
Oof.
The other one sees you, Luke. Runs forward, 15, because you're on the ladder's over here, and begins to start climbing up.
I shoot him in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Viciously.
13 hits, even if you didn't have advantage. You deal 14 damage as the thunder bursts through. You watch as multiple steps on your ladder crack and disintegrate. But he dies as he collapses and slams into the ground.
Oh, now you're stuck in the tree, eh?
How do you like them biscuits and gravy there?
Okay. Magnus, you are up.
Okay. Well, I'm really debating. Magnus cries out to Elle, "Don't try and climb anything!" And he burns his concentration to cast Spider Climb on himself as he touches himself on the forehead and then runs up the trunk of the tree.
Okay.
About 10 feet, 15 feet, just out of the reach of an orc.
Okay.
And then he is going to cast... This guy is injured, yeah?
Yes, he is very injured.
Magnus says an incantation and reaches out towards him, trying to summon the purple flames of his necrotic shroud.
Okay, I gotta make a save. Wisdom saving throw. I fail, taking 5 necrotic, and he only has 4 HP. So, what does it look like when you kill this orc, Magnus?
I feel like first, like, their skin and face and, like, eyes, everything starts to just, like, sink in, like, become kind of skeletal-like, and then their skin just, like, dries up and starts cracking, and then they're, like, almost a mummy by the end of it, you know what I mean? Just like shrivel up and then crumble on the ground. Like, you hear the legs crack as it, like, falls into a pile. It's just like a mummified orc body.
I like it. Okay. As the last orc falls, you look around the battlefield, and it seems like the townsfolk at this point have kind of gotten the upper hand. Most of the orcs have fallen, and you kind of get a slight like cheer from the ones around. You're like, "Yeah, we did it! Like, are you okay?" As you look at Elle, and then you hear the drums just, and Luke, I think you're the first person to see it as the next wave start appear in the light where you are at. I'm going to roll initiative for them. We're going to keep your guys' initiative. And we'll see as 6 more. You see another slightly larger group than the first group come charging forward.
Oh, here they come.
All right, so let me cancel out these orcs. Roll a new orc initiative.
Hey, as part of my last turn, can I order my unseen servant to start climbing my ladder again? Cool.
So he's
Can I just,
back
like,
over here
Sit in
somewhere.
front of the ladder and hover up, or
It can't fly. It
Okay.
has to climb. It has all the capabilities of a weak-ass human, so...
Okay.
No.
Elle,
But I can have it climb and point the lantern from the tree at things.
all right, Elle, you are up. I'm actually going to put it. Yeah, what do you do, Elle?
I don't even know where these new orcs are.
They are way off in the distance. They are just entering the light arrow that you shot out.
Okay.
If they were smart, they wouldn't do that. Good thing you don't.
Well, you have to take into consideration that there are other orcs running the same direction on both sides of them. These are just the orcs that happen to be in the area you're fighting.
We're just seeing the few that are coming our way.
Yes.
I guess I'm just gonna ready in action because
Okay.
I can't see over the wall or anything. And I'll go here. Just
Bad
'cause-
time to take away L's spider climb.
All right, so L, you go there. I think what I'm going to do for this next part is I'm gonna keep putting, so you guys can do some blind shots. Once I get them after this turn, you can kind of pick a square you want to try to shoot and see if you hit.
Can I just like shoot it into the air over the wall?
Well, hold on. Here's what I'm gonna do. GM layer these suckers really fast. I'm gonna move them slightly around, and then you pick a square where you think they're gonna be at. And if you, then you can make a ring attack with it. So, which square do you think they're going to be at? Go ahead and ping it.
Oh, me? I can do that with like a blind shot over
Yeah.
a wall?
Yeah, you're blind shooting, so you're trying to pick a square, like I think it's in this square, and then you'll roll with disadvantage on the attack.
It's pretty much what longbows are for.
Yeah.
Sink their battleship.
How about there?
Okay, roll me an attack.
Okay.
An 11. He doesn't see you, but you don't have advantage because you do disadvantage because you're blinded by not being able to see him. So it's a normal attack. So you shoot, and you hear this orc just kind of scream in terror as an arrow lands between his feet. As you would have hit him. But you missed the attack. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Luke.
I'm gonna shoot the one in the front because I'm a piece of shit and I want them to watch their comrade die before they die.
Okay.
So I'm gonna shoot this one specifically. As I take another deep breath, calm my nerves, and take the shot.
Good shot. Okay. Dealing, you hit for 20, you roll a 23, hitting for 12 damage as you hit the orc, and it just explodes through him. When he's finally shown from this thunder like blast, chunks of his stomach are missing. He's oozing blood. He is in horrible condition, but he is still just charging forward, foaming at the mouth.
Oh no! Reload.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys another option here. It's gonna be the guard, and the guard's turn. The guard does have a longbow, so why don't you, Magnus, choose a square where you think an orc is at, and I will make a range attack.
He's in the tree and should have vision if he's got dark.
But it's the guard that he's picking for right now.
Oh.
Okay, so you shoot there. I will make the attack, which misses because there is nobody there. All right. Guard takes a shot, misses. The commoners are there. It's too far out for them to hit. So Magnus, it is your turn.
All right.
And they are like almost 200 feet out, I believe.
Yeah, there's nothing really in my range.
205.
So, magic missile's 120 feet and it can't miss, so I'm gonna ready it for the first orc. Not even that comes over the wall, but that comes in my line of sight, even out in the darkness. I just want to let loose a magic missile.
All 3 missiles or just one missile?
On one, I'm gonna try and just fucking terrorize one orc with 3 missiles. In fact, let me look. Maybe I should save my dragon's breath. I don't know. Spider climbs feels too useful. I'm gonna go ahead and do a level 2 magic missile and put 4 missiles into an orc.
Okay. As your turn ends, it is the orc's turn now. I'm messing stuff up here. There we go. Okay. They charge forward, running 90 feet towards you. They get to here. And then, Magnus, you hit the first orc. Go ahead and roll your magic missile.
Yeah. Hold on. Level 2.
Okay, so we watch as the first orc, which is the same one that Luke hit, just running forward, just ravenous, holes in its body, and we just see 4 beams of light fly over this wall and just pelt into him. The first hit goes right into his temple, splitting right through his brain. He dies from the first hit, and 3 more just pound into him, and he
We're sending a message, baby.
He goes
Overkill.
down hard.
That's how we do it.
That was just a big waste of a level 1 spell slot. Or level 2 spell slot, rather.
No, we're saying a message, man. You understand.
Look at the brighter
Gotta
side.
get that brutalness.
All right, Elle, you are up. You can't see them on the map anyways, but if you want to ping somewhere, you could guess, and you can take a shot again.
You can also ready your action in case one pops over.
True.
Yeah, but that's boring.
Okay, go ahead and make a attack. Alright, same thing. Hell, same thing once again. It cries out in fear as an arrow lands between its feet. Taking good guesses.
This close.
So close. Alright, do you do anything else, or are you done?
Yeah, I'm
Okay. Luke. You can't see any of them right now. They're kind of in that spot where in the darkness, but they're not close enough to the wall yet either. What do you do?
The next turn, as soon as I see one, I'm gonna blast it.
Okay.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
And I'll end my turn.
Magnus. Oh no, it's Luke. You can go and choose a spot for the guard to try to attack.
Well, won't let me click.
Do you have it on the?
Oh, I'm on the ruler. That's why. Ha!
Okay. The shot misses. He's not there since you're not an. It's not a player. I'm not going to make the roll. There's no point. Yeah, you shoot. It misses. It lands about 10 feet in front of one of them in the darkness. The commoners will now take a shot. So L and Magnus, you can both pick a square you think they're at.
I'm gonna go just outside of the darkness, over here.
Okay. You're both going. Okay, and all right. We'll make one attack as L is on frickin' point.
I say I don't know how far they are out. I haven't been paying close attention.
But it doesn't
Okay,
matter. It
good.
shoots 4. It lands. It just sails over. They think they hit that spot, but they're not even close. Okay. Magnus, you're up.
Let's see. 15, 20, okay. I'm just trying to calculate some movement here.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can't really get as far as I want even with the dash, so just gonna hold my ground and ready another chromatic orb, I guess, and I will say that orb is going to be damage of the type that I choose. That literally any type? No. Acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder. Being a necromancer, I feel like I'm partial to acid.
I like it.
So yeah, already chromatic orb with acid for the first orc I see that pops over the wall.
Okay. So both Luke and you have a ready to action, I believe. As the orcs
Oh.
charge forward. Oh, I didn't want to select that one. Dang it. Why is it giving me that? Alright, let's be separate. So they're going to charge forward 40 feet. This one will charge forward. No, I'm keeping back. So these two charge 40 feet. The one grabs the previous tightrope going up 10. They're using an action to dash. And they'll be using their bonus action to move further. Actually, no, I lied. He uses bonus action to move
Wouldn't
towards
they-
an enemy.
Wouldn't the grappling hooks already be there, Aaron?
They already there. This one's climbing up. It's not using an action to throw a new one. So it moves
Gotcha.
10 feet. 40, so it's 50. All right, at the top, it drops down for the last 10 feet it has. Make a dexterity check. It succeeds. It pulls a javelin off its back and just whips it at you, L.
Wait, which one?
Oh no!
And it crits.
The one that poked its head out?
The one- no,
Did it
one-
get shot?
Oh, that's right. Both Luke and Magnus take your attacks. Otherwise, as
Trying to get a free attack off on somebody? Get out of here. That shit's getting blown away.
19. Magnus, before you get a chance to finish casting your spell, which you get to save for the next one, Luke blows this creature's head off.
Nice. So my spell's still ready,
The
yeah?
spell's still ready for the
That
next one. that comes up,
creature.
yeah. This is 40. This one is stuck at the
Think
top
you're
of it. So
crazy,
one
right?
climbs up and
Get
gets up on top of the 3-foot spot that Luke's blown like flat. And Magnus, you
Please
get
tell
your
me
attack
it's
on
not
that one.
die.
Magnus is gonna yell out to Luke from one tree to the other tree, like,
Oh, good job, buddy. Now let me take a turn.
and like start like, you know, readying this acidic bubble in his hands.
Alright, make that. It's there's actually one that you can attack.
There is?
Yeah.
Were you waiting for me?
Yes.
Your volume keeps going up and down a lot. I'm
Weird.
having a really hard time hearing you. I don't know if it's like that on stream. It might just be the audio. 'Cause it seems like when the connection gets better, you get louder.
Yeah, kill this thing.
Hold
Kill
on,
it.
wait. Let me make sure that's in range. It's 60 feet, right? No, it's 90 feet. Dope.
Yeah, he's in range.
Yes.
22 hits. For 14? That is the exact amount. As he climbs up and over and pulls another javelin out ready to throw and just gets hit by this black, like this. Describe it. Let's go with that.
It looks like I imagine it like a bubble. I even imagine it as kind of like a slow moving spell. Like I'm like, "Hua!" And it's like blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. It just like pops on you.
So what
Nice.
actually happened was you saw the one that Luke shot at and you threw your spell out at it, and the second one that climbed up is the one that got hit by it.
Nice.
All right. There's still a couple more movement here. This one has its movement up, which is 10, so this one can drop down, and he will make a dexterity. He lands it.
Disadvantage because he's landing on a dead body.
No.
I mean,
He could just jump
how
up
do
on the
you-
side one if you really feel better. I just kind of put
If
him
anything,
there
he's got some padding.
Yeah. He lands, tucks
So
his
does
rolls,
me.
gets up, javelin, throws it. But this time at the guard because he's kind of closer in range than L was in the original spot, which is not what I meant. On 11, the Greylaw has an AC of 16, and it misses. It just bounces. It kind of gets stuck in his chain shirt, and it just rips it out. There's a couple more orcs to make a run. This one runs over here, 10 feet, climbs 10 more, and he's stuck at the top. So he takes the javelin, throws it at one of the commoners. 16 hits for 5 piercing.
kills it.
No, it hits the one right past the Greylaw, and it is just barely holding on. It's like in their chest, like, oh God! And the final one just runs forward and is stuck right here on top of the spot. L, you are up. And you just hear, get it out! Get it out! Pull it out!
Oh no, leave it in.
See what happens.
Pull it out! What do you do, L?
Well, I mean, medically speaking, it's probably, keeping the blood from spilling out of it. So, I'm just gonna
Oh.
casually move away from that person.
Just like back away from it.
I'm gonna swing at this guy right in front of me.
Okay, make your attack. 21 hits with the sneak attack because of what you are. Dealing 14 damage. This orc is a little bit more sturdy than the other ones, and it stands just, rah, and you get spit all over your mask and face. Yeah, it's gross.
Oh my god. Now that you mentioned the mask, I completely forgot about that.
All them misses, yep. Sucks to be
Alright. I'll disengage
Okay.
and... how far did I move in the first place?
You moved from right here. So 15,
Yeah.
10 feet? 10 feet.
Okay. I'll just go here.
Okie dokie.
She's playing goaltender.
Luke, you are up.
I'm gonna shoot this one at the top of the thing here. Deep breathing techniques have been working for Luke all day. Hold his breath and exhales. taking a shot. Strategically, like a surgeon.
Which one again? Because I actually missed that.
The one on the back wall. One who's
Oh, on
standing
top? Okay.
Yeah.
8, 13. I can't math. All right, so you shoot, aim, hit with a 20, blast, destroying part of the wall on top, once again kind of smoothing it out. The orc still stands, just ready to fight.
He's not ready to fight me, though.
As the guard's turn goes, I assume you reload. And he takes a longbow
Yes.
shot at the orc on top also. 6 missing. Both commoners, the one, like, and he pulls the javelin out, and like throws it aside. Doesn't know what to do, and he kind of panics for his turn. But the other commoner takes a shot. Missing also. Just seeing their friend bloodied and just pooling down as he's slowly starting to bleed out at this point.
No, Philip!
Magnus, you are up. What do you do, Magnus?
This is the question.
You're muted,
I
Charlie.
can't hear him. He's muted. Still muted.
I will
Can you-
describe. Yes.
There we go. So surely I can't be that lucky with a chromatic orb again. So I'm just gonna cast a normal magic missile at
Either one would work.
which is one more injured than the other?
They're both about the same.
The front one then for sure.
Okay.
Shoots out 3 bright blue missiles from his hand.
Okay, yeah, it's all 3 hit, pelting into him. He's right. He's like, and just boom, 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 and he collapses to the ground. Just eyes roll back in the head. All
It was
right.
a total overkill, Aaron.
No, it wasn't. It was actually pretty dang close. He needed all 3. Is that your turn, Magnus?
Yeah, for now.
Cool. All right, the orcs are up. This one climbs up for 10 feet. He's gonna climb down, like hold on, and then slide down, to the side over here, which is
finally a slight one.
25. And then he sees the guard though, and he's gonna use his bonus action to charge forward and strike at the guard.
Don't shish kebab him. Don't shish kebab him.
He rolls
Yes!
a 1, so he gets down smart, and then he trips over like something on the ground, and just like almost face plants, but catches himself, but misses the attack. The other orc on top takes a javelin out, throws it he throws it at the one that pulled the javelin out. Vicious and angry. 23.
You're mad at me, Aaron?
He can't shoot you. You're too far away for a javelin throw, so he throws it at the commoner that was almost dead, and hits with the 23, which kills the commoner. And then you watch him leap down back behind the fence as he falls.
He
prone.
left?
He falls
What a
prone
baby.
right here.
Ugh.
You hear a thud as he hits the ground.
Hope he broke his ass.
All right, Elle, you're up.
Can I like cross paths of the guard guy, or do I have to go around, or can I like step over the dead guy right to the
You can
left of
step
him?
over, yeah, it's easy enough.
Okay. I'm gonna go here,
Okay.
right beside him, and swing. And
Yeah, you stumble a little bit over the body, and you take your time catching yourself and dodging his attacks, and you don't get a chance to actually get a good strike in. So, do anything else for your turn? Okay, Luke, you're up.
Oh, hey there, hoser. As I like get a little cocky and then take my shot there at the one in between
Okay.
guard and L. Destroying him.
You do not destroy him. You do a crap ton of damage to him as it blows through. He's injured, bloodied, burned, and a little bit more ugly than he was before. But he is not dead.
I like my orcs like I like my coffee. Ugly. It burnt.
You should try a different copy. That's your turn?
I'll reload, and then I'll end my turn.
Okay. It's the guard's turn. Guard's trying to steal the glory. Uses his spear and tries to pierce into the gut. 13 hits for 4 damage was the exact number that was needed as the guard, like, it gets shot and then just right into the gut, twists it, and the orc's eyes roll and collapses. Commoner's turn. There is one left. There's no way it's gonna be able to hit that, so it's not skilled enough for it. So, Magnus, it's your turn there. As the commoner readies a shot for any orc that comes over.
All right, Magnus is gonna. Let's see. Let me. Just scanning here. Is there any orcs I can see right now?
There's just the one orc on the other side of the wall right now.
Wish I had a longbow. Oh, you know what? I did buy a magic item the other day. I bought an elixir of health,
You did.
but I'm not going to use it right now.
It's a good choice.
I'm going to use. I guess I'll just ready another spell just in case. This time I'm going to ready a ray of frost. So Magnus starts chanting and his hands turn icy. He just laser focuses on that wall, waiting to see if that orc. Actually, you know what? What's that? 60 feet. I'm actually gonna go with chill touch instead. So he's got purple necrotic flames around his hands and wait.
Okay.
Just in case that orc tries to run.
Okay.
I'm gonna make one last pot shot at him.
Okay. It's the orc's turn then. The orc is not a coward. The orc does not run. The orc stands back up with his smart tactics, climbs and looks over the fence as you take your shot and the commoner uses the short bow.
So I reach out with my skeletal, magical, necrotic hand right in front of his face as he pops over the wall. Yes!
Okay. Yeah, we watch as at the exact same moment the commoner releases this is for my friends. Releases. And then at the kill chest, we just watch it go towards them as it looks over. And just the fear in its eyes as it gets hit by both and just collapses and falls off the wall. And dies.
Take that, hoser.
All right. And for a brief second, you're all kind of cheering. You're looking around. A lot more of the folks around you have died. There's a lot more casualties on your side this time around than there seems to be on the orc side with this attack. But at the very moment, there doesn't seem to be another attack imminent. You don't see any more orcs coming through. In the silhouette, you see the orcs standing the 700 feet out, Luke and Magnus, as the lightning strikes. Unmoving, seem to be waiting for something. You have a slight lull. What do you guys do?
Can I heal people?
You can heal people. The common stuff, they're dead.
There's no saving them.
No, they are dead.
Can I somehow set up a trap in this lull period?
Sure. I mean, you guys can have time. Realistically, you guys probably have enough time for a short rest if you wish to take one. You could go back to town and collect some more supplies if you want. Stuff like that.
So we're done? We won?
No. You have a
For
slight
a moment.
You're at a lull in the battle.
Let's lure them to the inn.
No, let's not. Screw that. How much oil can I go purchase at the store?
Well, the general store guy is probably out fighting right now, but
Or dead.
Aziz did make mention that if you needed some, there should be no issue if you need to grab some.
I'm going to go grab all of it.
Ooh, are we looting now?
Yes.
We're not even the raiders and we're looting.
I also look to take other things in the store and then blame orcs later.
Okay. So, it's a standard general store. They have like rope and tents and just your kind of your basic necessities you can find in the player's handbook that are on the general items. They're for the most part all in there. So if you're looking for something specific, you can just let me know. But for the most part, you can find anything that you want to try to grab a couple of, or you can only hold so much.
You got it. I'm dumping all 3 of the work bodies in there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take everything, stick my arm on the counter, and just walk through and put everything into my bag.
So,
Yo, are you stealing a general store and losing my work body in one go? I'm not.
I'm building trust. I plan on I plan on returning this stuff there to them after we're done. But
I'm not
also,
with you. You don't.
we build some credibility. It's all about optics there. You should know about that. You got to prepare bodies. For people who bury stuff, so you can look at it. You know how it is, Magnus.
I'm not with you. So.
Oh, really? You're
okay.
not looting the store?
I thought you were going with them.
Nope.
Okay.
Yes, then I am looting the
never
thing and
indicated
dumping
that.
the work bodies. I will blame someone else later.
Okay. So Elle and Magnus, what are you two doing as Luke goes and steals the general store?
What does a short rest consist of?
Short rest is a time where you can take a rest, doing like nothing physically, like no physical labor, and you can expend hit dice to regenerate health points.
Ah.
You can
Yeah,
also do
I may
arcane
wanna do
recovery.
that.
Yes.
I'll do a little bit of hit dice.
Okay. Go ahead and make your rolls until you are satisfied with the amount of HP you got back. So, man, you get up to 2 levels worth of spells. You're getting like a level 2 spell slot or a level.
I took 2 level 1 spell slots.
Cool. That's what I want to make sure of.
My level 2 spells are mostly utility, like Spider Climb. There is Dragon's Breath, but
In this situation, it's not super useful. Yeah.
I'd rather have like Shield and at my disposal. You know what I mean?
I feel you on that one.
You know, I haven't even cast Mage Armor yet either, so I want a spell slot for that just in case.
Right.
But yeah, so Magnus is like gonna Spider Climb back up the tree, and begin reading my spell book as much as I can, regaining as much knowledge as I can in the rainy tree, and then also as soon as I feel I've recovered as much as I can in a short time, I'm going to recast my Unseen Servant as a ritual and have him keep holding my bullseye lantern for me.
It's more than enough time. There's a slight lull. The commoners themselves and the Greylaws are grabbing the corpses of their dead friends and kind of pulling them into town. Elle, what are you doing besides resting for a bit?
I can do more.
I mean, do you go find Luke? Do you go into town? Do you go try to help some people out? Just kind of curious what Elle does in this lull.
I guess she doesn't really know when they're gonna come back, so she stays on guard by the wall.
Okay. I think at one point you have a young lad come running by Magnus and Elle, kind of looking around and goes, "How we doing over here? We all okay?"
Quite good, young man. How fare you? How's the rest of the wall?
It's kind of bleak.
Why aren't you hiding?
I was sent by Aziz to check and see how things are and pass information along. Our north and south gates have suffered casualties. They're weaker than they were before. We may need assistance there potentially if we have enough at the wall. I don't know. We're still not sure. We haven't seen their full force yet. We know that. And that's what he told me.
If only we had some kind of messenger bird in case things went bad.
If we had something like that, that would be so grand.
Yes, I'm sure it would.
Magnus
Well,
kind of
if you find one, send it to Aziz.
Magnus like mumbles under his breath, like, "I'll just kill it," like in disdain.
I'll just accidentally kill it.
All right.
Run along, young man. Be safe with you.
And he runs along. Luke, as you're kind of like finished looting the general store, at least as much as you kind of feel that the haversack or your bag of holding will hold.
Everything till it can't take any more.
You take as much as you feel you can take.
All of it.
And then You walk out of the general store, and you spy a large cloaked figure going through some alleyways.
Oh, shiest. As I go, like, start, like, doing my halfling, like, trot, like, run, like... trying to run over to Magnus. Magnus! Your hoser! You never believe who's here.
Magnus, you put down your book after you just finished reading it.
What is it now, Luke?
Oh, I think we got, Raxus here.
Where?
He
That
was, I just
Dirty
wondered...
son of a
how-
salamander.
I saw him kind of roaming around the town there in his little cloak and hood, So maybe we should move through the town and kind of eliminate any problems there that we can. We can also reinforce anything else that might come along.
Are you sure it was him?
Oh, well, who else always seems to be coming up as, our villain of the day there? It's kind of obvious who it would be, It's not like some other random guy is going to show up. Yes, it's Raxus.
Oh, I just have a hard time trusting your judgment after wasting a simple farmer like he was a grease spot in the road. But
Well, if he didn't want to be shot, he shouldn't be walking in the middle of a road there.
Magnus drops all of his shit on the ground, like his spell book and everything, and is just like, Luke,
Oh, yeah.
you murdered that man.
You know what? And everyone else here is going to get murdered if we don't take care of Raxus there. Now you're being the selfish, child.
I'm not sure you even care if they get murdered, you psycho.
Of course I care about everyone's life there.
Elle, do you chime in on this conversation?
I'm not sure right now is the time to get into this about who's right and who's wrong. Maybe we can just focus on the fact that the town is being invaded by like 1 million orcs.
Yeah, or we can take care of the guy that's staying behind us who's gonna pop his little nose out of nowhere and all up in Magnus's
Hoo-ha.
fun oven.
I'm with Elle. Raxus has never openly attacked us. In fact, he saved your life. The orcs are trying to kill us right now. I'm staying, and then I just start like spider climbing back up the tree trunk away from Luke.
Well, if you're not gonna deal with it, I'm gonna go deal with it there and see if if he's maybe giving that sign that we've been looking for it there. So I leave and I go look for Raxus to murder him.
You go searching. Elle, do you follow or do you stay?
No, I'm staying.
Luke, you go alone.
Apparently, nobody else wants to go with me.
You don't try to grab any commoners, gray laws, nobody. You just go on your own.
Anyone I see say, "Oh, you dare come with me?" We're gonna go solve a problem here.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll with advantage. Being who you are in this town at the moment.
Hold on, cool. Persuasion. Yes.
So, you kind of come here, come follow me. And, 4 gray laws kind of turn but what about the wall?
They got it there. Don't worry about it. That's what the Shadowguard's here for. We gotta go take care of something else real quick.
Kind of look at it. I'm sure it's important if he's saying so. I mean, he gave us weapons to help defend ourselves. It only makes sense.
Are these the same guys as the 4 scimitars?
Yes, conveniently.
Awesome.
All right, let's go see what he's talking about at least. So okay, all right, we'll come with you. You two, can you keep an eye on the wall for anything?
Of course.
Thank you.
Magnus like from the top of the tree, waves them off.
Okay. Another Greylaw joins you, Magnus, with one other commoner in this area, kind of try to keep filling the ranks that have been lost.
Elle's still here with me, right?
Yes, Elle is still there. The orc bodies are still dead around. I don't know if you're in the tree, but yeah, you have a couple little bit of reinforcements. As Luke, you go trotting into the town.
Can I drag the bodies into a pile or something?
Yeah. I
Okay.
can do that for you. Give me a second here.
Set the pile on fire.
You can at least do the ones that are inside. The ones
Yeah.
that died outside, you cannot. There you go. Oh, you have a nice little
Inside.
corpse body.
Oh, inside the wall.
Yeah.
So we can't set them on fire right now, Luke. It's raining.
No, you just don't have
And
the
they're
right
fresh.
accelerator.
And they fresh.
And they
Yeah,
fresh.
you gotta have some fuel to light up a fresh
If
body.
only you had necrotic fire that wouldn't be doused by water.
That doesn't work like normal fire. That's different.
Yeah. So, look, you go traveling into the town. Where do you go to? Let me go and switch your map over here. I'm gonna switch maps for a minute here, guys.
I'm gonna go to wherever I saw that shadowy figure.
All right. So the general store is somewhere. I would actually probably say it is right here. Oh wait, I gotta think on this one. This is your general store. It is now number 7.
Say number 5. Oh, there's
I
some.
had to copy from there when it's faster. So that is where the general store is at, was where you saw him, and he was heading north in the in between the little alleyways and trees.
I
That's
run
where you
after
go.
it, using any I can find.
Give me a survival check.
Tracking in the rain, bud. There you go.
Tracking well in the rain. Let's face it.
Okay. Yeah, you're tracking quite well. So you kind of see a little. The first thing you're looking for, and they're all the Greylaws are looking at you like, "What are we looking for?" And you pull up, and you reach out and you pull up a tattered part of a black cloak.
The gentleman or lady or whatever there's that's wearing this cloak there fragment. We need to take this out here before it causes more problems. It might be the one summoning the skeletons, so that'd be the worst thing to have come attack us here in the middle of our city defense.
I agree. Let's find them as quickly as possible.
Now.
So you travel. You continue to follow. You end up over by the Temple of Atroa, which is at number 3. You kind of follow the trail there. For a brief second, you see some muddy footprints at the door. It seems like the door is cracked open.
I point for the Grey Walls to go in first as I support them with my rifle, ready to shoot anything that might cause issue.
And so you open the door. You look inside, prepared to shoot whatever comes out, and then you hear a cat. Do you shoot?
Am I jumping enough to shoot a cat?
Are you jumping up to shoot a cat?
What would my teammates say? Am I jumping enough to shoot a cat?
I think you should roll your constitution for it.
Ooh, yes. Isn't it wisdom for frightened though, for fear?
I mean, yeah. You could say wisdom
Wisdom.
for perception too, to not be frightened, to not be
I'm
surprised.
shooting.
It scares the shit out of you. Just
Ah, die.
Insert Dean being scared by cat in locker.
You shoot the cat. The
Oh,
girl,
just
wait.
get
They pull out
here.
their scimitars, ready to
Get out
fight.
of nowhere, Dick. Reload. Let's get in there.
You look and you take a few steps in.
They're
You
walking
see
into the
the
temple.
dirt footprints. Take about 5 or 6 steps in, and they seem to backtrack and turn around.
Of the original footprints, the big human footprints?
And we continue, and then a little bit more. Give me another survival roll. 19.
I
All right,
get
we'll
better
come
at
back
this
to you
or
in a
not?
minute. Magnus and L. L, while you're busy moving the bodies, Magnus, are you assisting her during this or no?
Yeah, I'll come down from the tree and help her.
Would you both give me an investigation check?
Also, I have an icon down there on the screen. I'm showing where I'm at.
Gotcha. Well, you're at 3 right now. All right, 9 and 10. Okay, you don't notice anything too out of the ordinary except for one little thing. These orcs' armor. On their armor, you notice a familiar sigil of a bat with red glowing eyes. And that these orcs are not the green orcs you normally see, but gray orcs.
Where did I see that symbol?
You saw that symbol down in the basement with Raxus
That's
when
what I
you were
thought.
dealing on the altar.
That's what I thought. So I'm gonna turn to L and say,
L, I saw this in my vision. At Raxus's lair. This bat symbol on the armor.
Give me-
Raxus.
oh.
So
You're good.
maybe he actually is here, and that's who Luke's going after.
It very well could be. It just she doesn't seem like an immediate threat. I don't know. Maybe we've made a mistake. And should go find Luke.
Maybe we should.
I'd hate to let the town be overrun, though.
So what do you
Well-
guys do?
Knowing Luke, he's usually able to handle things pretty well, right?
I've
On his own?
never known that to be the case, but
Are you sure? I mean, I feel like he could. It's. I mean, really.
I think we should stay. I'm worried about what's happening to Luke, but I think we should stay and guard the wall. I think it's the safest thing to do.
You're probably right.
Okay.
Let's just stay here and hope he comes back.
That's how it is. Real friends abandoned me. Alright, great
So,
loss anyway.
Luke, you continue to track who you believe to be Raxus. You follow him and you appear on the tracks lead towards the mayor's house, to Aziz's. Seeing as you step inside, you creak the door again. And you look inside, and the footprints this time do not turn around. And can you give me a perception check? Okay. So you hear, like, the gust of wind. And now everything else seems kind of normal for you. There's nothing really else. It's just the thunder and lightning and the rain just pouring down on the roof.
You gentlemen there, I think that there's something hiding in here. You guys need to be very careful. Let's go secure this building there and make sure that the mayor's okay. If he's still here, that is. As I
Okay.
usher them into the house, like trying to push them through.
What's wrong with me? Boop, boop, boop. Okay. As you usher them into the mayor's house. Inside the mayor's house, as you go through the first room, nothing seems out of the ordinary. It's still quiet. You still hear just the rain pounding on the roof. Coming to the second room, look around. You see the muddy footprints leading up into the stairs where Aziz was originally. You see inside a cloaked figure rummaging through things.
I shoot him without asking questions because I shoot first and ask questions later, as it should be.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do a blank map for this because I wasn't prepared to be able to fight him actually in a building. This is how it ended up happening. I'm gonna move you all over. I'm gonna have both Elle and Magnus. You will be controlling a guard during this fight, so that way you
I
guys
had
have
5 of them, so that's good.
Yeah, 4 of them. Magnus,
Whatever, I have
you
4 of
are
them.
gonna be purple token marker. Cool. Elle, you will be the pinky-ish one. So those will be you guys for this. There is a slight set of staircase. Dang it. Freehand this stuff really fast. It's now a red staircase. Over here. This is where you guys came in at. To the north. I'll just make a quick box. It's really like laggy and slow for me right now. Oh god, you see nothing.
Which one am I, pink or purple?
You are purple. I put the same colors as your
Oh,
markers.
I see, character color.
Yeah, I figured that would be the easiest way to tell.
L, if you shift and then double click on your new token, it'll open your character sheet.
Right.
Your guard.
There is a. This is really not to scale, so deal with it. There
That's fine.
is a desk like here, a little chair. There's some plants and stuff.
This is the upstairs, yeah?
This is like, think like a couple steps up, and then you're on just like a slightly raised first floor.
Oh, I see. Like half of the room is a stage.
Correct.
Raised up.
And then there's this cloaked figure that Luke just shoots right away. We will roll initiative.
Do you want me to shoot first, or you want me to roll initiative?
We'll roll
then?
initiative. I'll just let you have a first quick little attack is all.
Okay. 11. Magnus's guard's 11, and the Jazzy's guard is 9.
You rolled a 21.
Still get to shoot him
And
first,
I will
though.
roll for the. I have to pull out 2 more guards. so that I have those two that I will be controlling. Boom and boom. Come on, guard, pull out. Yeah. Okay. Of course.
That guard should be here, mostly. Yeah.
No, they're coming from the staircase, so they're over here.
Fine.
You were all kind of over here somewhere. Alright. So, Luke, you take your shot. Go ahead and make your roll.
Do I get advantage because he doesn't know I'm there, or does he know I'm there?
So,
That's all I
this
ask.
one
Does he know I'm there?
is- give me a stealth roll really fast. No, he knows you're there because you weren't trying to be. Yeah, give me a stealth roll. You were trying to
Because I
kind of be
never said
stealthy.
anything. I like. Ooh!
Okay. So yes, you were stealthy.
Yes. I shoot him and say,
What do you say?
"Bye, bye, baby."
You got super quiet.
Yeah, I can't hear you at all. No.
I said, "Bye, bye."
18 plus another 8.
0.6.
Boom. He takes the hit. You look as the cloak he was using just tatters as you see this bulky form of an orc under it with daggers like sheathed across the belt on his chest, a crossbow in one hand, a short sword in the in his hilt as he was searching through the desk. And he turns and looks and just goes, "Leave or die."
Piss off, you hoser.
Okay.
I reload my gun.
Okay. So it is going to be his turn. He uses his cunning action to attempt to hide. 18, which I don't believe is anybody's passive perception.
Oh no, it's guards.
So he disappears as he ducks under. You hear footsteps for a brief second as he pops back up and shoots a crossbow at you, Luke,
Of course you'd shoot at me.
which he has advantage,
Of course.
which he rolls a 19 for 10, and then you take an additional 4d6 from his sneak attack. You take 26 damage.
Shit. This is not looking like a good fight for me anymore.
Oh, why didn't I use that?
Nope, too bad. Can't do it anymore.
I can use it another time. All right, that is his turn. Yeah, it is now Magnus's turn.
All right. There is a cat in my way. You need to move.
Grab it by the scruff.
Okay. So Magnus it's just the one guy, right?
Yeah, it's just the one guy.
I got nothing to be afraid of. It's just one little orc. I don't care if he's got daggers on his chest or nothing. I'm gonna run right at him.
Okay.
My full movement speed as I run, I'm whipping my longbow off my back, knocking an arrow,
Okay.
and my guard looses an arrow towards the little orky.
And he crits. All right, for 8 damage, I am. No, I'm not gonna do anything on that one. So he takes a full 8 as it hits him directly in the chest. Ugh. He pulls it out, and blood starts to pool down a little bit, or he like breaks it off. As Luke, it is your turn.
Oh, hey, you know, yeah. Wait, does Mind Flask get healing
It's an act. It's a bonus action. It's still the same thing as a potion, basically. You heal for 1 as you chug down a little bit. It's like a little empty, like you don't get a lot of it. Which you should have full charge. You should have more charges than 0 charges, by the way. All right, a 19 hits for 13 damage, and he uses a reaction to dodge and roll, taking only half damage from your attack. So he takes 6.
Go get him.
Okay. Guard number 2, aka L. You're up.
What's the movement speed?
30 feet.
30.
All right. Oh, I don't remember what the square was. I'll go here,
Okay.
and I suppose I will use my longbow.
Okay. 7, you shoot, and it just into the wall behind him.
Yikes.
Yes. Oh, these guys are actually supposed to be before you. Whoops. So I'm going to take your, don't worry about clicking your button. So these guards are going to go. This one's going to charge forward and try to steal the glory. So it dashes. This one moves to the side over here, trying to flank a little bit. And it's going to make a longbow attack. 15 does not hit as it catches the arrow and just kind of breaks it. And that will be those guards' turn. It is now the thief's turn. It comes running at you. Actually, no, I don't think it does. It uses bonus action to try to hide again. He's not dumb. 24, which you're obviously not going to see. I'm not going to GM move him, but he runs to the side over here, comes back out, crossbow bolt to you, to the front guard with advantage. 18 for 7, plus 46 for the sneak attack.
Oh, he thinks he's tough.
As the guard survives the initial hit, or would have, but because he wasn't prepared from being right there, he looks to the side and he goes right into his temple, killing him. Okay. Magnus, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna take a shot with my bow again.
Okay.
Longbow. And let me crack that off. So he knocks an arrow, pulls it back. Actually, wait, I have a spear.
Yeah, you have a spear and a longbow.
Throwing my spear and missing.
Who needs a melee weapon? Ha! Fuh!
And then I'm gonna move.
Clatters to the ground in front.
I'm gonna move 15 feet backwards and lay down on the ground.
All right, so you go prone. I like it. Okay, he's gonna have some cover from your attacks if you shoot from prone.
That's fine. That's why I shot first and then laid down.
Does he look like he's been taking some serious damage?
He's broken off. Like from the damage done, he looks bloodied and he looks winded, a little bit tired, but he's still fighting fit.
Now, would I, as an individual, think this is better to heal myself or better to try to kill him off before I have to heal myself again?
I don't know. What do you think?
What would I roll to get this information? Just common sense?
You obviously can look at him and tell you cannot kill him this round. That is what your common sense tells you.
Smash a mirror in the ground and cast Sanctuary.
Okay.
Boom.
Alright, so you sanctuary.
Didn't give me the 2 spell slots I extra.
It's fine. Just give him your ones back.
And then
He
I will
gets
cast
himself.
Cure Wounds on myself.
You cannot.
Yes, I can. Two
You can-
different actions.
you cannot-
Sanctuary
Both level 1 spells.
You can't. You can only cast a cantrip and a higher level spell. But you can't cast 2 level 1 spells or higher.
Sanctuary is bonus action.
It's still a level 1
You can't
spell.
cast 2 level 1 spells on the
Or
same
higher.
turn. You have to cast a
What?
cantrip and a level 1 or higher. Yeah, because then as a
Alright.
high level wizard, you'd just be throwing like, two
Gotcha.
fireballs every
I'll
turn.
just take another flask of healing.
No, you can't because that's a bonus action.
Oh my fucking god.
So
I will
You
go
can-
to the back.
ready your action and for some weird reason, and yeah, you can do whatever you
Alright,
want.
I'm going to dodge.
Okay, dodge is a good pick.
I have nothing else to lose.
All right.
Your advantage, your next attack, I'm waiting for it.
Okay. So the one guard that's in the back is up, and he same thing, kind of flanks to the side a little bit, and he uses his longbow to attack. Rolls an 8 and it just into the desk, missing. That is its turn. Elle, you're up.
He's hidden?
No, he's. You can see him. He got used his light crossbow, shot your buddy, and he's still up at the moment.
Ah,
Doug!
okay.
Doug! Got shot, Doug!
Doug died.
Fuck.
I can't.
Sweet, sweet Doug. Add his name to the RIP list.
Chuck Doug.
I'll go
Chuck was the
here.
rat.
Okay.
He's already dead.
What was the
And
name of that?
use the longbow again.
Okay. 8.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
Shoot. You miss.
Still got
Name
movement
of
action.
What?
What's that?
I was asking the name of what Charlie was asking.
What was
He's
the other guy
bum.
that
Did someone with a
died?
D?
Dorian?
It was
Dorian.
yeah,
I
it's
just
good
I
on
have it in
Dorian.
my notes somewhere.
Chuck,
but I'm
Dorian,
not
and Doug.
Dorian, Doug, and Chuck.
And then
And-
Oswald.
Yeah.
And
no.
Oswald.
Well,
Oh,
if
man.
Oswald's even alive or dead, we don't know yet. Okay, it is now the thief's turn. He is going to once again hide, and make a cunning, or use cunning action to hide. Rolls a 9. So I don't think even the guards see him. Yes. So he tries to hide, and he comes around the side, like moves one over and lifts up to shoot. He does not have advantage because you all know where he is at. And he will use his light crossbow to shoot at you, L. As he shoots, and it kind of misfires and just falls on the ground. And then he ducks behind the desk this time,
Can I
getting
save
cover.
Doug if I run up and heal Doug or no?
I would say yeah.
Awesome. I'm gonna go heal Doug next turn.
I'm gonna give Doug a death saving throw.
When did he get named Doug? Who
He
named him
literally
Doug?
just named him.
I named him Doug. I'm gonna
Hey.
save Doug next turn.
Also, the protector of Italian virginities. It was Osmond, not Oswald, right?
No, it's Osgood.
Just
Osgood.
Oof.
That's right. Oswald is the name of the town we're in right now.
Ostwald.
Ostwald.
That's not how it's spelled on the map,
O-S-
yo.
It should be.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. You gotta zoom in closer.
Are you sure?
Ostwald.
It's Magnus's
It
turn.
is Magnus's turn.
I'm sorry, it's the guard of Magnus. It's Daisy's turn.
Let's see. I'm gonna pop up to one knee, or as close as I can to being not prone,
Okay.
and fire my longbow again. Is he hit? He's not hidden, right?
He's ducked down, so he has 3/4 cover, so he'll have higher AC on this one. He actually ducked this time. He couldn't gloat in his kill.
Man, this is a big ass room. Can't really get
It's
much.
not the scale. He said that already.
I know, but that makes it hard because then I can't move very far in one turn or like cover much ground. Which is fine. He's gonna stand up, run, shoot, and then drop back to the ground.
Okay, go and make a shot.
I was using Vietnam tactics.
All right, yeah, you
Not very effectively though.
nope. Okay, Luke, you're up, sir.
I run over to him. I can get to him in one turn, right? Since this isn't the scale.
Are we still using movement speeds?
I was still using movement speed.
This is a huge ass room.
It's a very big
That's-
mayor's house.
115 feet is longer than my house I live in. It's asshole.
Yeah, it basically runs the entire like far side of the
Okay,
house.
so where can I get to if I was? I
It
think
should
I
be
was
more
here.
rectangle than it is square.
So 1, 2, 15, 25. Okay, I can get there. I cast heal on myself.
I probably should cut down this. Alright, heal him for you heal on yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, you heal for 10 as you touch yourself. Okay. It is now guard my guard's turn.
Heal, 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 heal. Crit.
Death save first off.
20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20.
1, 2
Ooh.
fails.
That's save him next round no matter what.
Boom, boom. Okay. The other guard will take is going to charge forward another 30 feet. I think, can he dash that far? He dashes and ducks under the other side of the desk. He's technically prone at the moment. Okay. Elle, you're up.
I'm gonna move a little bit. To he. To here, I guess.
Okay.
Gonna hit him with my spear.
Okay. An 11 does not hit him with your spear as you
Or just-
throw it.
Not hit anything ever. That works as well.
Now you know what it's like to be a normal person.
Hate it.
All right. It is now the thief's turn. So the other guard is like up against it, like spirit hand looking back and forth, and he's looking at you, Elle, like, which way is he? Which way is he? As I'm going to do a stealth roll. 17, which is past both your perception, so he vanishes from your sight while he's been ducked down this entire time. He then crawls over and around, pulls out his short sword, and he's looking at you, Elle, and Elle, you see him with the priest, like,
He crawls?
he like
he's crawling?
he like kind of like crawls around and then like stabs into my other me.
This son of a
Wouldn't
bitch.
you like have readied action and sat there waiting?
He uses dash action to get there.
He's killing all my friends, man.
21 hits for sneak attack. 20 damage. As the guard
Holy fucking
looks
hell,
you
dude.
up like, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? And then you just watch as a sword just like gets stabbed right through his throat.
And
He's gonna kill this entire platoon of Greylaws, except for my guy, because I keep ducking and covering, and then my guy's gonna be one of those dudes in like 30 years that was like, I was there, man. My
then he
buddy's
runs-
died face down in the mud.
And then he runs back the other way again. It is now your turn, Magnus.
Yes, and he's gonna stand up, run 15 feet, shoot. Hold on, shoot.
Yes!
Yeah. And then he's gonna drop prone on his
Nice.
stuff.
That still hits, even with the extra cover. It still hits him for 5. Okay, he hits it. He just as he snaps the arrow, so it can't be used against him any further. As Luke, you are up.
Alright, I can run up to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Yeah, I can run up to him. Oh! You know... Alright, here we go. Boom. I smack him in the face like, get up!
Oh. He rises. Thank you. Oh.
We die not today!
Do you give an inspiring speech?
Yes.
Okay.
Rally him.
I'm waiting for the speech. I will give advantage to things if you give me an actual speech.
You'll fight for your country! You fight for your land! You fight for your wife?
I have a wife.
Yeah! You
Hey, I'm not married.
After this, you could go home and make love to your wife.
But he's not married. What about him?
I have no one to fight for or make love to.
I'll make love to you after this.
Oh, I'm in. I got like knocks another arrow.
All right. So I will give advantage as an inspiration to the group for that horrible, inspiring speech.
I'd say it would be good.
Okay. Do you reload, Luke? 'Cause you haven't reloaded in a while, by the way.
Yeah, I reloaded after I fired my first round.
Okay. It is
Or
now.
during one of those rounds.
It is now that guard's turn. He comes charging around the corner here, and then will shoot his longbow, like kind of curve around and shoot his longbow. 15 does not hit. So he misses and he hits and he comes curving around back this way. Oop. Not there. Here. Alright, I hit Alt when I hit the space bar. That ends its turn. L, you're up.
I'm gonna... If I shoot the bow here, is it any sort of...
It's just he has cover against you. If you can get off to the side, you can get out to like the left side, like over here somewhere. You could, if you can get, you can minimize the amount of cover he has.
Like he...
Yeah, because you can see like most of his body, so he loses his cover from that spot.
Get that line of sight on his ass.
And then use the longbow.
12 does not hit, so you shoot. The stress of these guards fighting this would-be assassin is maybe a little too much, and they're kind of shaking and they're unprepared, as it is now his turn. As he vanishes once again. He does not vanish. So he moves over to the side here, looks up. You're out in the open, L, and he takes a shot at you with his crossbow. And misses. Okay. It is now Magnus's turn. He is standing up at this point. I already used his movement, so he can't really go back down. What do you do,
Guy
Magnus?
is standing up.
He's standing up. Yeah, I moved too far for him to sit back down.
All right. Well, that means my guy stands up, takes a pot shot with the bow,
19 hits.
and then hits the ground on his belly.
Is it? Oh God, I'm sorry.
No, it's like I imagine like he just thinks he's in a heavy combat situation. Like he runs like this and like hits the ground. It's like way too serious for what's actually happening here.
So he uses his uncanny dodge to dodge most of it, so it only skims across his shoulder instead of impaling his heart. He only takes 4 damage instead.
He's lucky. Next time he will die.
I take cover behind this desk.
Okay, that's what you do. That's it.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay, it is now unknown guard. No, this is Doug. Doug comes around the corner here, 15 feet, pulls out his longbow in close range and just lets one loose without cover for him. Missing, and then flees back the other way. Okay, that is their death saving throw for the other one. 2. That's 1 fail.
So that's the front. The other guard got revived. Right?
Yes, Doug is back alive.
Doug. Thank God. Oh man, I put Doug on my RIP list. I
already gave up on him.
I gotta cross him back off. Sorry, Dougie boy. I didn't hold out much hope.
Do I have a potion of healing? Yes, I do. Just gonna keep healing them all. Just let them do all the work.
Okay, it is L's turn.
Do it.
Can I see him if I'm here?
Yeah.
Like,
He's still standing up at the moment, so you could see him, no problem. Like half his body is like shown.
so he does have partial cover.
No, not in this case. Not the same kind of partial cover.
Oh.
You can just like shoot. You have normal attack.
Okay. Shoot him with the longbow then.
22
Finally.
hits. Click the if you click on where it says attack on the in the actual roll, it will roll its damage. So right next to the 22, click attack.
Oh.
Boom.
Yeah.
9 piercing.
That was a good roll.
Good roll here. Okay. It is now the thief's turn. He kind of looks like injured. 3 or 4 arrows in his body and kind of looks around. Maybe another time. And he starts to run. What is his movement?
He fucking would.
30. He then uses his cunning action to dash 25 feet, and he's going to leap through the window. I'm gonna do acrobatics. Okay, it was a 10. So he leaps through the window. He's not out of the way yet. He's just through the window at the moment.
Awesome.
It is now Magnus's turn.
Goddamn right. He's out the window completely now?
Yeah, he like leaped through the window. He's just outside the window. Like he's like did the tuck and roll and like stood up for a second, and that's where we're at.
Can we still shoot him?
My guy, my guard is gonna stand up and he's just gonna run full speed at the window, 15 feet, and take a bow and arrow shot at the guy's back as he jumps out the window, at the thief's back. Yeah. I don't know if that hits, but
Yeah, that's a reasonable shot for that bow. I figured it would be like the 3 squares. 7 hits. He uses his uncanny dodge to knock it down to a 3.
even when he's jumping through a window, this son of a bitch.
Reactions, man. Okay. Luke, you're up.
Is there any way I can get vision of him? Is there another window I can shoot from?
Yeah, you can get right over here where my marker's at.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'll look him in the as he like tries to jump out the window and be like, "Let my shot be true."
Okay. You hit for 14. As he jumps through the window, it's one arrow hits, and then there's this blast of lightning. He is not dead yet. He looks winded and injured, but he's still up.
I thought we were on the second story.
No, we're like an extra 3 feet up. Like I said,
That's
it's
right.
a little
You
itty-bitty
explained
step.
that. You explained that. My bad.
Okay. It is now my guy's turn, and he makes the run to the side.
Holy here. I thought orcs never
Doug takes a shot. 16 hits for 9. He is not dead, but he is barely holding. There's now 2 arrows in his back, and it's just his clothing is now singed and burned to his flesh a little bit.
Oh, we're gonna chase him forever.
It is now your turn, Elle.
What are you doing?
She can't get to him.
Yeah. I can't really get to him, so I suppose I'll just move to there and then. That's it.
Okay. She cannot get him. No. No matter how much your lagginess is trying to argue it, it is not going to happen. Okay. It is now his turn, and you watch as he. No. You watch. No. As he gets up, the 2 arrows hit him in the back. He gets blasted by lightning. He looks back. Another time, and he runs and he dashes for his action, and then he dashes as his bonus action, running 90 feet and curving around a building.
Oh, can I run up and see him before he leaves?
No, he gets
Think
around a
about
building.
that.
I literally went to the other map to see if he could do it, and he can get around the building with 90 feet. So you guys go running up the window, and he is nowhere to be seen.
I go back and I save the guy with potion.
Okay, hold on. I forgot to roll for him the last time.
Surprised you're wasting a potion on him.
It's 2 fails.
Nonsense.
And let's see. You will have a
Seeing
turn
as though
before
you're a
him.
murderer.
You will have a turn before him, so you could do that. We're gonna yep, you make it. You pour a potion down his throat.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a 2d4 plus 2. Okay. 7 HP as other Doug gets up. I'm not naming him Other Doug. He's just a different name. Yeah, as the thief gets away, you are in the room, and you maybe go check behind the desk on our next episode, because this is where we end.
Excellent.
So, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's little festivities of a little bit of roleplay at the start. A lot of combat. There's still a bit more to come on the next session to see how this resolves out. I hope you players enjoyed today. If you want to see more from me, you can catch me at twitch.tv/amelwind. I run another game on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. I'm moving still right now, so I haven't done even a midweek stream where I'll do some prep or I'll create some NPCs and stuff like that. But yeah, give me a follow, do all that type of stuff. It'd be great. Charlie, you got anything?
Well, I noticed a lot of new people tuned in at the end because Holden ended his stream. If you're here from the Holdenators host stream, welcome. You just got the very end. We don't usually use a blank battle map like this. We usually at least have some nice battle maps.
Well, I'll show some professional maps here for half a second.
But you guys missed it. We had a great role-playing session. Please tune in. We do this every Monday around 7 p.m. Eastern. We have a lot of other cool role-playing game shows and video game shows. A lot of other favorite Holdenators kind of streamers do shows on this channel. Momo, Holden's Mod, plays Final Fantasy every Friday right here. We have Tommy Said What. Tommy Said What does a miniature tabletop wargaming show where he paints miniatures and listens to Chill Wave right here on the stream. Galfaskin plays shooters on Wednesdays, so check back. If you guys are new to the channel and you haven't followed us, hit the follow button. It doesn't cost you a thing. We broadcast all kinds of content. If you're into nerdy stuff like D&D, role-playing games, you know, other video, just pretty much any video game, check it out. And thanks to everybody who tuned in. And yeah, we'll be back next Monday.
Luke or Elle, do you guys got anything?
No, not at all.
Cool.
Nope.
All right, guys.
So let me be clear. When we start next time, is the raid done, or there's going to be more?
So not done.
So we're halfway through the raise on Ostwald, guys. So tune in
Yes.
next time to see how it pans out.
And we will find out what Glad, our guest star for this show, has been doing for this first night of
That's
the
right.
raid.
Yeah, Yeti will be back next time as a guest.
Yes, he will. So thank you guys again, and we will see you later.
Thanks, everybody.
Every few centuries, there comes a group of heroes, destined to save the world from the clutches of an evil force. These may not be those heroes. Squad! Dungeon Squad! Dungeon Squad! Yeah! Dungeon Squad! Dungeon Squad Live! Dungeon Squad Live!
Every few centuries, there comes a group of heroes, destined to save the world from the clutches of an evil force. These may not be those heroes